inside TD Place in Ottawa. 4 weeks from that stadium hosting the Grey Cup. The question is, will the Redblacks be back again? They still have a chance to host the Eastern Final, but to keep that chance alive, they have to win their season finale against the much-improved Hamilton Tiger Cats. He's liking their chances tonight.
Speedy B, 4 straight games over 100 yards receiving. Only 7 players in CFL history have registered 5. Will he become the 8th tonight? Get him, Speedy.
And Redblacks quarterback Trevor Harris is trying to stay sharp and finish strong despite a lot of rest for him and his teammates. A bye last week, a bye next week, and a slight chance at another bye to the Eastern Final yet to be determined. Of course, they at the very least have to win tonight. As we say hello, Week 19 begins with a Friday Night Football doubleheader. Hello there, Rod Smith. Milt Stiegel's over there, and we have... well, in spirit. He's here in spirit, Jock Climbing. I think you prefer this Jock Climbing now.
I like this one better. I like this one better.
We'll explain this whole scenario in a moment. There is a reason why we're hoping to have Jocko here with us as well. Saskatchewan later hosting Darien Durant and the Alouettes. But first, it is Ottawa and Hamilton. Now, the bottom line, Milt, for the Redblacks is they have to win this game tonight and hope that the Argos lose next week in BC. So, I mean, and this is no easy task tonight against the Tiger Cats.
Not at all. These Tiger Cats are playing some great football. Of course, they know they're not in the playoffs, but they're playing like they have a shot to get in there. So it's not going to be an easy task for them. And you think about it, those injuries they have. Brad Sinopoli, the best second down receiver in the CFL. And, of course, Gavin's that strong side linebacker, the most important position on defense. So they're going to find some players to fill those holes, and hopefully they're trying to come away with this victory tonight.
Okay, you may know about your friend Jock Climbing. He does have another job. He is a lawyer in Ottawa, and he had a case he had to argue. So
you okay, John?
So this means Milt gets to...
Everything okay, John?
Wow, that looks like it hurts. Milt gets to win every argument about him until he gets here. So, you know, we thought, you know, if you have a colleague who is on the panel and moonlights as a lawyer, better mock Jock.
No. If you find yourself in something slimy, call Jock Climbing. That's the slogan.
We got the kickoff coming up from the nation.
You okay, Jock?
Get your shots in when you can, because he's going to find out about this. I have a feeling. Don't worry, I won't tell. Redblacks coming up against the Hamilton Tiger Cats' 3rd and final meeting of the season. Last game of the regular season for Ottawa.
It's going to come down to the wire. It's going to be exciting.
This is Google Home Mini. It's got the Google Assistant in it, so it's super helpful. Watch this. Hey, Google, good morning.
Good morning, Claire. It's 12 degrees with a chance of rain, so you might want an umbrella.
Oh, that's helpful. It'll also read you the news, look up traffic, and tell you...
Your first meeting is at 9 a.m.
And you know how sometimes you're in bed and you can't get out of it until you hear that one song that...
Okay, playing your Get Out of Bed playlist.
Yep, it can do that too. It's Google Home Mini, part of the Google Home family.
For over 90 years, Canadian homeowners and professionals have chosen STIHL to get the job done. Only at authorized dealers, you'll find STIHL quality outdoor power equipment at affordable prices, with blowers starting at $189.95, chainsaws starting at only $259.95, now with a free Wood Pro kit. Fuel or battery products are available at over 1,000 STIHL dealers across Canada, where it's easy to find expert advice, on-site service, and Canada's #1 selling brand of gas-powered equipment. Find your dealer today at stihl.ca.
Being King Midas, I expect the best of everything. You should too.
And we got all the top brands of tires for winter.
Yes, indeed. Take these Michelin tires, for example. Or these Goodyear tires over here.
We got more in the back.
Visit Midas and get a free winter maintenance package with the purchase and installation of 4 tires. Free service includes oil change, tire rotation, brake check, and more. Trust the Midas touch.
Robert Podritsky of Edmonton. You could win a $25,000 home theater package from Visions Electronics if a kickoff returned for a touchdown in this game tonight, thanks to Safeway Sobeys $1 million touchdown to win promotion. And if it happens a second time in this game, you could also win $1 million. Good luck, Robert. Off to TD Place in Ottawa now, to Gord Miller and Dwayne Ford.
Thank you, Rod. The Grey Cup game is a month away, and here in the host city, you can feel fall in the air as the Hamilton Ticats visit Ottawa, closing out its regular season. A bye last week, a game this week, and then a bye on the final weekend of the regular season.
And playing in hopes of securing a bye the week after that. Of course, the Redblacks looking to play for first place One guy that could help them get there, Greg Ellingson. There you see as he closes in on some Ottawa franchise receiving marks. And he's going to have a big day. He's going to have to do it at the expense of an old teammate, Abdul Kanay, former halfback here in Ottawa, member of their Grey Cup championship team. He'll line up at the nickel linebacker spot, often covering the number 3 receiver on that Hamilton defense tonight.
June Jones is 5-3 since taking over the head coach of the Hamilton Ticats, who began the year with 8 consecutive losses. His second win was against Ottawa here in September. Rick Campbell, 4th year as the head coach in Ottawa. The Grey Cup champions have had their ups and downs. They've played in 13 games decided by a touchdown or less. That's the most in CFL history. William Powell and Deontay Spencer are back to receive the kickoff from Kenny Allen. And this is Spencer from the 12-yard line. And Spencer's got some room to run. Out across the 35, the 40, still going. And Spencer gets up to the 51-yard line. Finally brought down by the kicker, Allen, a 39-yard kickoff return.
A nice patience there by Deontay Spencer to allow those blocks to set up on the wide side return. Now Trevor Harris prepares to go to work. Terrific individual numbers for Harris this season. The Redblacks, though, not necessarily great late in ball games. That's their record in those close ball games that you mentioned, Gordon.
First down from their own 52-yard line. Harris, the play fake to Powell, throws to Spencer, and Spencer is thrown down right away by Mariel Cooper.
We'll take a look at this Redblacks offense that is, of course, without an injured Brad Sinopoli in the slot. That'll mean more opportunity for former first-rounder Jake Hardy out of the University of Calgary. Another former high pick, 2017 first-round pick from University of Saskatchewan. Evan Johnson gets the start at left guard.
Market is no gain, 2nd and 10. Harris under pressure, steps up and throws. He's got Powell, but Powell's wrapped up right away by the middle linebacker, Larry Dean. A gain of 3 will leave Ottawa well short of a first down.
Well, great start for this Hamilton defense. They'll have to step it up on that D-line without Davon Coleman. Jason Neal gets the start in his place at D-tackle. We mentioned Abdul Kanay making his return to Ottawa after missing much of this season due to injury. And Richard Leonard, of course, back in at that field halfback, tied for the CFL lead in pass knockdowns with 12.
But Mayer punts out to Brandon Banks at the 10-yard line, and Banks steps out of bounds after a gain of maybe a couple and a late hit on the play. A flag comes down. Looked like Mariel Cooper down on the coverage. Might have knocked somebody out of bounds late. And so the ball's marked out of bounds at the 13, but it might be 15 tacked on.
Yeah, we'll follow this one as Brandon Banks just steps out of bounds. You see that block well out of bounds.
Cooper on Jake Hardy.
The lady bounced right back up.
Major foul, unnecessary roughness. Hamilton, number 28, half distance to goal.
So
First
take
down.
it back half the distance to the 6-yard line, and that's where the Ticats will start. Ticats have had 36 possessions that have begun inside their own 20-yard line. Dwayne, they have scored just 3 touchdowns. It's a long way to go.
A real long way to go.
First down from their 6. Jeremiah Mazzoli up and throwing, has a man. The pass is incomplete, and right away, Jalen Saunders asking for a flag, and there is one on the play. Antoine Pruneau was back on the coverage along with Winston Rose.
Pass interference, Ottawa, number 37. Point of foul, automatic, first down.
And suddenly, Hamilton has great field position.
And you'll see Jalen Saunders coming out as the number 2 receiver out of the slot. He's going to head right down that hash. Had Winston Rose turned around from the start. There you saw the first grab. I think he may have clipped the foot there as well at the end, but that grab on the hand a little earlier. With the ball in the air, making that an easy call for the officials.
36-yard penalty sets Hamilton up first down at the Ticat 43. Mazzoli. Wide field up, finds Rick Tasker, and Tasker dances out of bounds at midfield. Another Hamilton first down, a gain of 12.
Well, they turned that long field into a short field in a hurry. Ticats offense that's happy to have Jalen Saunders back in the lineup. He's closing in on 1,000 yards for the season, just 23 away. Mike Filer, the veteran, continues to anchor an ever-improving offensive line for these Ticats.
First down from midfield. The first carry for Alex Green, and Green gets down to the 49-yard line, tackled there by Winston Rose.
Defensively, the Redblacks front is led by Avery Ellis. He leads this group in both sacks and quarterback pressures. His first CFL season. Keep an eye on Nick Taylor, the former basketball player, is at the nickel linebacker spot. On the back end, Winston Rose, as we mentioned, he's in at field corner. The Ottawa defense is without one of its veteran leaders, Darrell Gavins.
Hurt in practice this week, will miss the rest of the season. Second down, and Mazzoli finds Tasker for another first down to the Ottawa 43-yard line, and Hamilton moving the ball crisply here on its first possession.
Yeah, great start. Jeremiah Mazzoli making his 4th career regular season start against Ottawa. He got the win against the Redblacks meeting earlier this season.
When you talk about Hamilton's statistics and season, you almost have to divide it into 2 parts. There's the 0-8 Ticats and now the 5-3 version.
Yeah, definite and very distinct turnaround for this team. Significant changes, obviously, head coach and starting quarterback.
Back to the ground to Green, and not much doing there. He's brought down right away by Jake Seresna. And a loss of a yard in the play brings up 2nd and 11.
Jake Seresna is a guy who's really emerged as a force as well on this defensive line. Former Division III NCAA star. Has all the physical tools in the world. Very athletic guy for that size.
So 2nd and long for the Ticats. Three-man rush. Mazzoli throws underneath, and the pass is caught by Siobhan Chambers down to the 40-yard line, well short of first down, and actually ruled that incomplete. And so now, on 3rd and long, the Ticats will punt rather than have Allen try a 53-yard field goal.
And you wonder if the difference between a completion and incompletion may have also been the difference between punt and field goal attempt here. Ticats looking to swing that field position battle here with a good punt by Allen.
Spencer back at his 5-yard line, and a great kickoff return to open the game.
I hate that shit.
Allen looking for the corner. Spencer takes it at the 6, and he gets thumped by Hamilton's Mitch Barnett on the coverage. And so Ottawa will begin deep in its own territory at the 11-yard line as Trevor Harris and company still have dreams of first place in the East.
Get a Rogue with up to $5,000 standard rate finance cash or finance from 0% for up to 60 months.
This football season, play $1 Million Touchdown to Win at Safeway and Sobeys in Western Canada. Swipe your Air Miles card for your chance to win. Every time a touchdown is scored, you could win a Honeywell Lyric Wi-Fi thermostat, a Garmin Fenix 5 GPS watch, or $250 to shop at Safeway or Sobeys. We'll also be awarding fabulous trips to Mexico. Shop and play at Safeway and Sobeys.
Great news, Canada. With Bel Air Direct, it pays to be a good driver. You can save up to 25% on your car insurance.
Amazing.
Congrats. You get an A for accelerating smoothly. And how would you like to celebrate with up to 25% off your car insurance?
That'd be great.
Good driver. You're a good driver. Woo!
Is Isn't it time you got rewarded? Switch to Bel Air Direct and save. More savings this way!
Get rewarded. Call or visit BelAirDirect.com.
The CFL on TSN is brought to you by the Nissan Titan, official vehicle of the CFL. Ottawa starts first down at its own 11-yard line in a scoreless opening quarter. And the first down carry goes to William Powell. And not much doing that as Richard Leonard came in to make the stop early on for the Ticats. A loss of a couple on the play.
Well, there you see Trevor Harris's last 6 starts as the Redblacks make that push for first place and a first-round bye in the East Division playoffs. 5-1 record. Of course, the big thing that stands out there.
Injured against Hamilton. Missed 3 games due to that shoulder injury. Now returns with his team. We know hosting a playoff game. The question is when. Second and long. Harris under pressure, and he is sacked in the end zone, or is he? They're going to mark him down at the 1. It will not be a safety for the Ticats, who are arguing. But Simone Lawrence gets in there. And they will mark the ball at the 1-yard line.
The Ticats just turned them loose on defense, given the position here. Simone Lawrence gives the rookie guard Evan Johnson a rude welcome to the CFL moment. Caught him off balance on the bull rush.
So now Brett Maher will have to punt from his end zone as Banks waits at the Ottawa 45-yard line. And he'll not get a chance to field it. Maher will give up the 2, so Hamilton will get the safety out of it. And a strong performance from the defense gets the game's first points as the Ticats lead it 2-0.
It's the final days of the Nissan Redline Clear-Out. Clear-out pricing on virtually all remaining 2017s, like up to $5,000 standard rate finance cash on road, with available intelligent around view monitor to help you park like a pro. $4,500 on Murano, and up to $6,000 on Pathfinder with intelligent 4-wheel drive, designed to automatically adapt to changing conditions. Or get 0% financing for 60 months on other select models. It's the final days of the Nissan Redline Clear-Out.
Kentucky Fried Chicken changed to KFC because
they can't legally call it what they serve chicken.
100%. Yeah. Can you say that on camera?
The KFC $20 family fill-up made with real Canadian farm-raised chicken.
The C stands for chicken.
Forty Creek's story didn't begin with a commercial. It began in a humbler place, where it built its reputation by word of mouth, from mouths that had tasted the complex Canadian whiskey. 40 Creek, from a good place.
Don't miss your chance to witness history. Be there when USA and Canada take their rivalry to New Era Field in the first ever outdoor game in World Junior Championship history. Tickets on sale now.
First half of our Friday night doubleheader. The second half coming from Saskatchewan is Nick Lewis, along with Kevin Glenn, hooking up, former teammates a couple of times along the way. And of course, Darian Durant makes his return to Regina. So there's Rick Campbell on the sidelines. His team had to bye last week, has a bye next week. If Ottawa finishes first in the East, it will play 1 game, this one, in 36 days. If they finish second, it's 1 game in 29.
Well, there's the debate every year between, do you really want a bye in the first round of the playoffs? Ottawa's schedule takes that debate to a whole new level.
Here's Banks now taking the kick off at the 22-yard line, and Brandon Banks got spun around, but fights his way out close to the 45-yard line. So the Ticats, who put together an impressive drive on their opening possession that stalled in Ottawa territory, get their second possession with Jeremiah Masoli at the controls.
Yeah, Jeremiah Masoli, the road warrior for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Much stronger record for him as a starter on the road than it has been at home.
And overall, Dwayne, his last 5 games, 8 touchdown passes, 1 interception.
Well, he has been impressive since taking over the helm of this team. Really has taken well to the system put in place by head coach June Jones.
Here's Alex Green on the first down carry. And Green got spun around and brought down there by the middle linebacker, Taylor Reed.
Alex Green continues to be the starter at that running back spot. Has done a nice job both carrying the ball and blocking. Not used a whole lot as a receiver within the Cats scheme.
Mark, the gain is 5. It's 2nd and 5. Here comes the blitz. Mazzoli under pressure. Swings back and heaves that one up, and the pass is caught. Banks makes the catch right at the first down marker at the 54-yard line and should have enough to move the sticks. What a heave by Mazzoli.
Well, this is one of the things that Jeremiah Mazzoli does that's so unique, is often putting just enough arc on the ball, just a different kind of touch passer, but putting enough air under it sometimes on relatively short passes. That was a real close play on the sideline.
Banks was out of bounds, I think.
The toe on that left foot. Very, very close.
First down, Ticats at midfield. Mazzoli swings it out for Banks, who picks that one off the turf. But doesn't get far as Winston Rose steps up and makes the stop. No gain in the play. It'll be 2nd and 10. You mentioned, though, for Ottawa, the losses of both Brad Sinopoli and on defense, the loss of
Jarrell Gavins.
Jarrell Gavins is really a blow to a team heading to the playoffs.
Yeah, it really is. A couple of veteran guys you really lean on. Of course, I mean, when you stop and think about how much turnover in the existence of this franchise they've had in that secondary, Jarrell Gavins has been the constant. He's a guy who was a day 1 starter for the Ottawa Redblacks.
2nd and 10. Mazzoli has time, throws. The pass is caught by Tasker, rocked by Pruno. But Tasker got another first down to the Ottawa 42-yard line.
This is just a beautiful football play to watch. Both the catch and the hit. But the focus of Luke Tasker getting absolutely drilled and still securing that catch. Pruno going old school, leading with the shoulder all the way, perfectly clean hit. Great play to watch.
Mark, the ball at the 43, first down, Hamilton. Here comes the blitz again. Mazzoli stands in and throws wide open as Tasker running up the sideline. And Tasker tripped up by Jonathan Rose, but Luke Tasker was all by himself. Makes the catch and picks up 26 yards.
Tasker comes out as the number 3 receiver to that wide side of the field. Just a little hesitation. Creates confusion in that Ottawa secondary. Had one receiver pulling guys deep, others pulling to the under route going across the field. Luke Tasker sneaks out to the slot completely unattended.
Tasker 4 catches, 57 yards already here in the first quarter. Hamilton in the red zone. Mazzoli throws to Tasker again. He's got it and gets down to the 6-yard line. There's a flag in the end zone. Brandon Banks was down. And we'll see who the penalty's against. Al Bradbury is tonight's referee. And apparently there's no flag on the play. Ottawa has the best red zone defense in the league. They turn the opposition away about 57% of the time. This is 1st and goal now from the 6. Mazzoli has time, throws to the corner, and the pass is caught. Jalen Saunders back in the lineup for Hamilton as the touchdown in the corner of the end zone. And the Ticats extend their lead.
This Ticats offense has come out firing on all cylinders here tonight. Some people suggesting maybe the Ticats have nothing to play for, but this is a team that has been consistent in suggesting they want to win their games down the stretch. This isn't about playing spoiler. It's really not even about auditioning for jobs for next year in terms of a big picture for this team, maybe for some individuals, but big picture. These guys kind of used up all their mulligans at the start of the year with that 0-8 start. They just want to win, develop momentum, and develop that culture again.
Point after from Kenny Allen is good. And Jalen Saunders has his 4th touchdown reception of the year as the Ticats now have a 9-0 lead on Ottawa.
It's the final days of the Nissan Redline Clear-Out. Clear-out pricing on virtually all remaining 2017s, like up to $5,000 standard rate finance cash on road, with available intelligent around view monitor to help you park like a pro. $4,500 on Murano, and up to $6,000 on Pathfinder with intelligent 4-wheel drive, designed to automatically adapt to changing conditions. Or get 0% financing for 60 months on other select models. It's the final days of the Nissan Redline Clear-Out.
At Purelator, a package is never just a package. It's a promise. A commitment to causes bigger than yourself. And every once in a while, it's something that could even change a life. At Purelator, every package we deliver is a promise kept.
Someone's in trouble.
We need it. We need it all.
Oh, yeah. At The Source, we know connected home with security cameras, smart lighting, thermostats, locks, and more.
Mom, Dad, you ready to go?
Oh, they're ready.
The Source. I want that.
Impressive drive for Hamilton. 7 plays, 67 yards, 416, and Jalen Saunders, first-year man out of Oklahoma, has his 4th touchdown reception of the year.
Yeah, nice route combination. Going to see Saunders is going to line up as number 3. He's going to sell this first inside, and then he's working to the corner. Tasker again to the flat. Shamad Chambers from the outside is going to work underneath. And Masoli with a nice touch pass again.
6 for 6 for 62 yards, and that drive was Masoli. Here's Powell from the 15-yard line. William Powell bounces outside and finally pushed out of bounds at the 27. Thrown down there by Nicholas Shorthill of the Ticats.
Well, this Ottawa offense looks to try and get a little bit of traction. And coming off a Week 18 bye.
And it will be Trevor Harris who will be Ottawa's quarterback in the postseason. He'll get his chance to shine.
Harris, of course, after starting for much of last season, sharing that job with Henry Burris, who was the playoff starter.
First down, give to Powell. And Powell gets away from the first wave, but Ted Laurent tracks him down and throws him down. And so far, Ottawa's offense hasn't done a lot.
Well, we talked about Trevor Harris and what he's done in his last 6 starts. You see now the numbers on William Powell. Another guy seems to be getting hot at the right time of year.
And for him, the key has been to stay healthy.
Well, it certainly has after missing all of last season.
Just 5 this year to injury. Here comes the blitz again. Harris throws, and the pass caught at the 37-yard line. And arguing right away that he'd make the catch is Jerron Kreiner.
A nice quick hitter for that low ball. I don't know. Let's see. It looks like I kind of think it touched. Tough to say. We'll get a little closer look here.
Oof. He might have picked that up.
Yeah, maybe.
So it's
we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Third and short. Ryan Lindley comes in as the short yardage quarterback for Ottawa. And he got bounced back. He's not going to get it. Larry Dean and Mario Cooper got in there. And I don't think Ryan Lindley got it. He needs all of the 37-yard line. He gets a very favorable spot, but probably not enough to get the first down.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like he just hit a wall there in the form of the Hamilton Tiger Cat defense. Good push from Jason Neal and Ted Laurent in the middle, holding their ground. Allowed Larry Dean come up and make that play.
Ottawa without a first down in the game so far, and won't get one here. Turned away on third and short by the Ticat defense. Hamilton with a 9-point lead takes over on downs and will have the football after the D turns in another big play.
Get a Rogue with up to $5,000 standard rate finance cash or finance from 0% for up to 60 months.
Just one taste of Little Caesars' new barbecued smokehouse pizza piled high with 10-hour smoked pulled pork, crispy applewood smoked bacon, and a sweet and zesty barbecue sauce, and you'll be coming back for more. Just $8 at Little Caesars.
I'm ready. At Ramada, say hello to a passion for service that never stops. And to new friends who've got your back and your backup plan. Say hello to Red. Save $10 a night. Just stay 2 or more nights. Book now at ramada.ca.
Been a long year for Hamilton defensively. Philip Lawley took over as the defensive coordinator midway through the season, and a big stand there by the Ticats, Dwayne.
Yeah, very impressive. The guys in the middle of that defensive line, Jason Neal, who of course is in the lineup for Davon Coleman. You saw the penetration he got coming through that gap. Ted Laurent held his ground in there as well, and you saw Larry Dean coming off the right side with some force to ensure that Lindley wouldn't be able to get it with a second effort.
And the same thing you talk about Hamilton offensively, you got to say defensively. They've allowed the most points, they've allowed the most passing yards, but so much of that was in that 0-8 start.
Yeah, certainly was. Really two different seasons. And one of the things the Ticats did on both sides of the ball, the players will tell you, they simplified. They simplified what they were doing.
First down, Ticats from the 37-yard line. Mazzoli throws, Banks the catch, and Banks moves up the sidelines as he's forced out of bounds there by the corner, Corey Tindall, but a first down to the 25-yard line, a gain of 12.
It just seems like for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, a team for whom, what I would say about weeks 7 and 8 for them, or games 7 and 8 for them, both losses, but that was what a lot of them would refer to as the transition period, the period in which it was kind of like having training camp in the middle of the season because they were working on new things in their offense. It seems like these guys right now are hitting mid-season stride.
On first down, Mazzoli throws for Tasker, and Tasker makes the catch. Winston Rose pushes him out of bounds at 12-yard line, a gain of 13.
6 consecutive first downs reeled off by the Hamilton Tiger Cats offensively here. The Redblacks back on their heels.
Ottawa needs a win tonight and a Toronto loss in BC next week to secure first place. Otherwise, Ottawa will play host to the East Division semifinal. It'll be a crossover against the West Division opponent. First down, Ticats at the Ottawa 12. Mazzoli to the end zone. Saunders just out of his reach. Brings up second down for the Ticats.
That'll end a string of 7 consecutive completions for Jeremiah Mazzoli. You see Jalen Saunders is in behind coverage.
And Winston Rose has had his hands full with the Ticats here in the opening quarter.
He certainly has. First-year man from New Mexico State.
Second down from the Ottawa 12. Masoli back to the end zone. Banks, touchdown. In behind Nick Taylor. Brandon Banks has the catch. And the Ticats are running away here in the opening quarter.
What a tremendous start for the Hamilton Ticats. Offensively and defensively. Yeah, save the legs. They're gonna keep them fresh.
And Tony Washington carrying Banks over the threshold, apparently. Well, to be honest, Banks only weighs 155 pounds.
I like it. Set in the head, guys.
So Kenny Allen now for the point after to make it a 16-0 lead. And he does.
Dropping dimes, eh?
Brandon Banks comes in with 4 consecutive 100-yard receiving games. That's only the 8th time in the last 22 years that a CFL receiver has done that.
Yeah, very impressive. We've seen the turnaround as a team, and certainly the turnaround for Brandon Banks. You're just going to see him kind of waggle up with the defender up close to the line of scrimmage. He feels like he can use his speed. He has enough space to get on top of him. So he just takes Taylor deep. And lets Jeremiah Masoli drop it in there. So much of what they do in the passing game in June Jones' system premised on receivers making those reads on the fly.
And Tony Washington brings him on home.
I'll tell you what,
the way spike him.
The way Brandon Banks has been piling up yardage in recent weeks, he's got to rest those legs whenever he can.
Kick return touchdown last week, his first punt return touchdown in 25 games. Net yards in this game so far, Dwayne, 127 for Hamilton, 3 for Ottawa.
The Redblacks need to find an answer in a hurry there. Here, the offense, of course, doing their defense no favors in this time of possession.
Deontay Spencer will spark there, gets up to the 38-yard line. Brought down by Hamilton's Jay Langa, 27-yard return, but no first downs yet for the Ottawa offense, 11 for Hamilton.
I don't know if it gets any more one-sided than that.
Well, Hamilton was on the receiving end of a beatdown to Calgary, 60-1, but that was Ticats 1.0. These are Ticats 2.0.
Well, I'll tell you, the way Ottawa's coming off this bye, I don't know if they want that playoff bye.
And now Harris's pass is batted at the line. And it was almost picked off by Simone Lawrence. And the Bluebirds are out here in Ottawa.
Obviously a lot of football left to be played here and plenty of opportunities to score points for Ottawa to get back in this ball game.
Justin Capicani gets his hands on that.
It has been all Hamilton to this point in every way, shape, and form.
Here comes the blitz. Harris stands in and throws, and the pass is incomplete. Courtney Stephen, the safety, was the nearest man to the ball. And there is displeasure in the nation's capital. Ottawa has hopes of finishing first in the East, but the Ticats dominate the opening quarter, leading 16-0 on Friday Night Football.
Absolutely brilliant.
Europe's elite battle the best of the best on the ultimate stage.
What a comeback! What a story!
UEFA Champions League group stage on TSN.
Oh, what a goal! A magnificent effort.
Brought to you by Heineken and Nissan. UEFA Champions League sponsors.
Bigger doesn't mean stronger. Don't be defined by a weight class. Bring the heat. Pack a punch. Come back for more. Like a charge. Like lightning in a bottle. Mighty like a pro. The all-new Terrain, the compact SUV from GMC. We are professional grade.
Back here in Ottawa, the numbers through the opening quarter, it's a very one-sided decision for the Hamilton Ticats. 127 total yards to 3 for Ottawa. 1 turnover on downs. Time possession 9.5 minutes for the Ticats, who lead this game 16-0. Gordon Miller back here with Dwayne Ford. Ottawa impressively won in Saskatchewan 2 weeks ago. A bye. Play this week. Another bye. How concerned is Rick Campbell right now?
Well, I think when you're kind of thinking big picture, obviously every week is a little bit different. But when you're thinking in terms of bye weeks, knowing that right now you've got another bye week next week. Your team's not playing a lot of football right now at a time when you're trying to be sharp. Coming off just 1 week off, they're looking pretty flat coming out of the gate right now in what will be their last tune-up before the playoffs, whether that's a 2-week break before the playoffs or a 1-week break. So I think you've got to be a little bit concerned that they're not at a high level.
Mayer pooches that onside is Hardy. Did he get there? Yes! Jake Hardy was onside behind Mayer. A flag comes down. But Hardy was behind Mayer when he kicked the ball. And this should be an onside recovery for Ottawa. The officials conferring.
Yeah, the flags were thrown because of a player other than the kicker getting in there and recovering the ball. He's within the 5 yards. But after discussion, they should recognize.
There's no infraction on this play, as number 8 from Ottawa was onside at the time of the kick. First to touch and recover the ball. First down, Ottawa.
That's Ottawa's first down of the game.
So you look at where Maher's kicking the ball from. Hardy lines up behind him. So he is onside, meaning he doesn't have to give yards. He, like the kicker, can go recover that ball immediately. As that sat on the turf, that was like the days of the human kickoff in the XFL, the human coin toss.
Yes. And now that pass incomplete. Dante Blackman there on the coverage, and the pass was intended for Deontay Spencer.
Ottawa, the good special teams play is they're just looking for something to try and get a spark and generate some momentum. See Maher go with that end-over-end kick to get it to settle.
And only Hardy can be within 5 yards.
Yeah, only he or the punter.
Harris up and throwing, and the pass is incomplete for Jerron Klein. There's a flag on the play. Simone Lawrence having words with Kreiner on the sidelines, as he so often does.
Offside, Ottawa, number 89. The penalty's declined. It becomes third down.
So now third down at midfield, and Mayer will have to punt again. So the only first down Ottawa has generated so far has been the recovery of the punt by Hardy when he was onside. And now Mayer takes off, throws it back. Patrick LeBlanc can't hang on. Had room to run, would have had the first down, and he dropped it. Yeah.
made two guys build race car engines in their own shop? What made a performance engineering company think that putting race car engines in luxury sedans was a good idea? Or that they could take on the elite in world motor racing and win? We may never truly understand what drives Mercedes-AMG, but here's to another 50 years of it. Mercedes-AMG, half a century of driving performance.
The most iconic venue in all of combat sports.
The world's greatest arena.
Madison Square Garden.
This is how legends are made.
Two of the best strawweights in the world.
No one is taking this belt from me.
Former teammates turned bitter rival.
I want my belt.
TJ Dillashaw, come try me.
George St. Pierre is one of the best mixed martial artists of all time, but they don't get any tougher than the champion, Michael Bisping.
3 title fights at Madison Square Garden.
This is how legends are made.
At Cavendish Farms, we know that to grow something great, you need to get your hands dirty. Have a real feel for the earth. There are no sick days. It's never 9 to 5. And your true boss is Mother Nature. We're proud to work with expert growers. They love what they do, and we love what they grow. Cavendish Farms, growing our best. Introducing Oven Chips, a new take on snacking right out of the oven.
Tough drop for the trusted veteran. Fullback Patrick Lavoie, he's lined up right on the right edge of your screen as one of the personal protectors. They roll one way, throw back the other way, and just that little peek as the ball is arriving.
Had the first down, but Ticats take over on downs again. Alex Green with a flag coming down late, crosses midfield.
I think what's most alarming for Ottawa right now is the fact that they're actually relying on their punt team to try to move the football.
Holding Hamilton, number 69. 10-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Holding called on Landon Rice. As the Ticats have moved back to their 45-yard line. Ottawa just 2-5-1 at home this year.
Great cut to it, right?
It is. Here's Green bouncing outside, tracked down there by Jonathan Newsom. Loss of 3 on the play.
Well, maybe a sign that the defense is starting to perk up a little bit. See if they can slow down. There's been a very impressive Hamilton offense thus far.
So now 2nd and 22 for the Ticats.
Second and long, 6-0 lineman presumably to match protect. They get to this 3-and-1 set that so much of the passing game is based on.
Here comes the blitz. It's a jailbreak, and Mazzoli just throws that away. Ottawa brought 8. And Mazzoli never had a chance. Taylor Reed was trying to track him down.
Ticats lining up frequently, even in passing situations, they're lining up with Landon Rice, the extra offensive lineman, as a tight end. He's there to allow them to maximize their protection. The back, Alex Green, staying in protection as well. And Ottawa still outnumbered them.
Allen taking over for the injured Sergio Castillo. A flag comes down the end of this play. Deontay Spencer's got some room to run. Up the sidelines he goes, past the kicker. And Spencer finally pushed out of bounds by Hamilton's Nicholas Shorthill. And a spark finally for Ottawa comes on the return of 60 yards by Deontay Spencer. Now, what's the flag about?
Before the ball was kicked, holding Hamilton, number 23. Ball, that penalty's declined. First down, Ottawa.
Ottawa will take over at the Hamilton 22. Special teams once again. The key for Ottawa.
Who's hungry for a paradigm shift?
I'm hungry.
Well, it's feeding time. Today, we disrupt the SUV. All-wheel drive? Of course. But why have cargo when you can have cargo isolation? Yeah, we call that trunkification. Put that in your hashtag. I give you the SUS, the Sport Utility Sedan, the 2018 Subaru Legacy.
For over 90 years, Canadian homeowners and professionals have chosen STIHL to get the job done. Only at authorized dealers, you'll find STIHL quality outdoor power equipment at affordable prices, with blowers starting at $189.95, chainsaws starting at only $259.95, now with the free Wood Pro Kit. Fuel or battery products are available at over 1,000 STIHL dealers across Canada, where it's easy to find expert advice, on-site service, and Canada's #1 selling brand of gas-powered equipment. Find your dealer today at stihl.ca.
And now for my favorite part, cheese. How about some bocconcini? Or maybe some mozzarella? Yeah. I don't know. What about some feta? Yeah. You know what? It's gotta be ricotta. You gotta love ricotta. We have a winner. It doesn't matter which cheese you choose, but when you're making it with cheese, make right with Tre Stelle.
Well, Deontay Spencer continues to contribute to what has been the best part of this game for the Ottawa Redblacks so far, and that's their special teams. Huge punt return here. Once again, he gets to the wide side of the field. Great burst of speed down that sideline. For Nick Shortle finally forced him out.
Stays in with the offense. First down for the Hamilton 22. Toss to Powell. Forced out of bounds by Kane. But Powell slices back in. A flag is down as Powell gets down to the 15-yard line.
Well, we'll see which way the flag goes, but the concern remains for Ottawa, despite some excitement created on teams. Still just 3 net yards of offense for the Redblacks.
Holding, Ottawa, number 8. 10-yard penalty, remains first down.
So Jake Hardy called for holding, and instead of a ball at the 15-yard line, they're back at the 32, 1st and 20. Throws, and the pass is caught by Ellingson. Greg Ellingson leaping down to the 23-yard line. Cut down there by Carriel Brooks. The game, the play is 9.
Well, Ellingson becomes that much more of a go-to guy for Ottawa offensively. He's lined up as the middle receiver in that 3-man set.
First catch for Ellingson in the football game.
Yeah, he's going to work his way across the field, but with Brad Sinopoli out of the lineup, all eyes on Greg Ellingson in the passing game.
2nd and 12. Harris for Ellingson again, and the pass is intercepted. No, it's not. It was tipped. And Don Anumba, they're now saying he caught it and fumbled. Yes. I believe they're going to rule this an interception and a fumble. The officials are conferring now. It was tipped by Ellingson. Did Anumba have possession before he lost the ball?
We'll take another look. Classic bang-bang play. Here, Ellingson working to the flat. Ball is thrown out in front of him. He tries to make that one-handed grab. Good reaction by Anumba. To me,
is that possession?
Yeah, I mean, to me, this is an incomplete pass.
So turnovers are automatically reviewed by the command center.
Yeah, and in ruling it initially, at least, as an interception.
The ruling on the field was an interception followed by a fumble, recovered again by Hamilton. This play is under review by the command center.
I think that's a catch.
Well, let's take a look at full speed. Certainly in slow-mo, it's going to look like a catch.
Takes one step. So the command center will review this and determine whether or not he had possession. So Enumba could have an interception and a fumble recovery on the same play.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my
I defer to you.
Incomplete pass.
Okay.
Well,
After review, the ruling on the field is being overturned to an incomplete pass. It is now 3rd down, Ottawa.
So Ottawa will maintain possession. This will allow a field goal attempt for Brett Mayer.
It is a first half in which has gone so badly for Ottawa. Although not a nightmare on the scoreboard.
Right.
But so badly for Ottawa that the fans just cheered an incomplete pass.
It's actually one of the better breaks they've had in the first half, that incomplete pass. Mayer now from the 32-yard line.
Don't pyramid, don't pyramid, don't pyramid.
And it is good. Ottawa has its first points of the game. Deontay Spencer's punt return sets them up. They get 3, down 13.
What do newcomers bring to Canada? Beauty. Laughter. Pride. And, in J.W. Sobey's case, grocery stores. For 150 years, newcomer families have brought a lot to Canada. The Sobey family is humbled to have been one of them.
For the second year in a row, Kia has ranked highest in initial quality by J.D. Power, receiving more awards than any other brand. So we're bringing you the Top Quality Celebration event. Visit your Kia dealer and experience the quality for yourself. Go to kia.ca for great offers.
It was looking like another week of stellar dinners at the old Davis house. Monday, we had a intimate family meal. Tuesday, we all sat together-ish. But today, Thursday night, ribs! Swiss chalet ribs. Yeah, I was a bit excited.
A bit.
Huh?
A lot.
Seasoned in-house, grilled fresh to order, Swiss chalet ribs bring the whole family together over dinner. Any day, any way. Dinner's ready at Swiss Chalet.
Back here in Ottawa with the Ticats leading 16-3. Let's go to the sidelines and Matthew Shinetti.
Gord, you and Dwayne were talking about the next level for the Ticats, the Ticats 2.0, the fact they're trying to rebuild that winning culture. Well, the question then becomes, who's going to be the quarterback? Johnny Manziel? Well, yes, that November 30th deadline of offering him a contract comes up, but the fact is they just have to offer him a contract, and there's Jeremiah Masoli.
And Brandon Banks, the intended receiver there. And the coverage on the play provided by Ottawa's Corey Tyndall. Flags come down right away. Sorry to interrupt, Matthew, but pretty big play there for the Hamilton offense.
Ottawa, number 28, playing the foul, automatic, first down.
A 40-yard penalty.
And Brandon Banks is on the outside, right on the numbers. He's just on the go route. Takes that outside release. Jeremiah Masoli, of course, knows the speed of Banks, puts it up. Tyndall running through him with the, call it a gentle clothesline, but enough that he's preventing the receiver from working back to the football.
First down Ticats at the Ottawa 34. 3 penalties for Ottawa for 87 yards. Masoli heaves it for Banks, and he makes the catch. Masoli throwing to the area, and Banks makes the grab down to the 12-yard line. Another first down for Hamilton, a gain of 22 yards.
And this is what I mean about what has become sort of the patented Jeremiah Masoli under pressure. Sometimes putting the ball up before the receiver's got a chance to get his head around, putting more air on it to give the receiver time to adjust and get to the ball, but he's got to get it out of his hands early before taking a hit.
The Ticats once again moving the ball well. First down at the Ottawa 12. Full-on blitz. Masoli sees it, throws. The pass is caught by Saunders down to the 5-yard line, a gain of 7. Antoine Pruneau makes the stop.
And Saunders on the under. He inches closer to 1,000 yards in his first CFL season. Jalen Saunders maybe next to Brandon Banks as the biggest beneficiary in terms of the offensive change for the Ticats.
2nd and 2 now for the Ticats at the Ottawa 5. 9 to go here in the first half. It's been almost all Hamilton. Masoli has time and throws incomplete at the goal line. Trying to find Shamad Chambers. That'll bring up 3rd down. We'll see what June Jones thinks. 3rd and 2. And here comes the field goal unit.
Jones looking to make sure they get some points on the board here. Don't allow the Redblacks to grab any sort of momentum the other way, creating a turnover on downs if they were to gamble.
So Allen comes on. He's been perfect so far for the Ticats. And this is just a 13-yard try. Luke Tasker the hold. Puts it through. So once again, the Ticats drive the ball crisply up the field. They get turned away in the red zone. Pick up 3 though, and now lead 19 to. We're up to Jupe. Talking about the Hamilton quarterbacking situation.
The play is always more important, Gord. Now here are the facts. When you get down to the quarterback situation, really with and then there's the position of Zach Collaros. Now, Zach Collaros has bought into June Jones' system. Obviously, he hasn't started since the change happened. But the fact is, Collaros is set to make even more money, around $540,000. He will be the league's highest paid player again next season. And yet, though, there is no commitment on any side, either the Ticats or Collaros' side, about what his future is. And to go back to the point about Johnny Manziel, all the Ticats have to do is just offer him a contract. It could be the league minimum, and then it extends for another year until they would then, in November of next year, have to give up his rights and go back on the neg list. So, although the Ticats surely trying to trend back to winning ways, a lot of questions, particularly at the quarterback position. Gord?
Nice problem to have in a lot of ways.
Stay outside. Good job.
Here's Spencer now on the kickoff return from his 15-yard line. And Spencer up the sideline again. And Spencer, who's done his share tonight so far, gets out to the 51-yard line. And Ottawa will have good field position.
And it serves as a reminder. You know, we talk all the time about offense and defense, but there are 3 phases to the game. Will determine the outcome. You can certainly make an incredibly strong case for Hamilton winning on offense and defense. But Ottawa's work on special teams, I would say, is the one thing that has kept this game from getting really out of reach.
Off the sideline, Patrick Lavoie makes the catch. Lavoie lined up at wide receiver there. Gets down to the 48.5-yard line, very close to an Ottawa first down. And Lavoie, who dropped that pass on the 3rd down gamble earlier, makes a good grab here.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of redemption for Lavoie for dropping an easy one. Makes a tough one with the defender flashing in front of him there, Carriel Brooks.
And that's the first down for the Ottawa offense in the football game. Into Hamilton territory, the 49-yard line. Powell slices his way down to the 45. Kane there to make the stop along with Larry Dean. Gain of 3 on the play. There's Jamie Elizondo, the offensive coordinator for Ottawa.
Searching that list for some kind of answers. The Ottawa Redblacks.
They're 0 for 6 on second down conversion tries so far in the game. Harris stands in and throws the pass incomplete for Lavoie. And the coverage there from Mariel Cooper. That'll bring up third down again. And Maher comes on. This will be a field goal try from 52 yards out. The wind is slightly at his back.
Looked on that last one like Harris may have had a shot to William Powell in the flat as the defender covering him actually got hung up. One kind of a rub created by Patrick Lavoie.
This is actually a 53-yard try to it would be Mayer's longest field goal of the season. Low snap. Mayer's got enough on it, and it's good. Once again, special teams keeping Ottawa in it. A 53-yard field goal for Mayer. His longest of the year. Drew Tate got that down.
Well kicked ball.
We'll draw on that.
Maher. He is responsible for all the scoring. The Redblacks thus far.
And his onside kick that was recovered by Harding.
All the scoring and half of their first downs.
Now Hamilton gets it back at its 35-yard line. The Ticats have had a great first half offensively. Five-man rush. Zoli throws to Banks, and Banks pushed out of bounds there by Ottawa's Corey Tyndall, but not before he's got another first down up to the 50 or 49-yard line.
And you get the sense as you see the matchup on the outside. Corey Tyndall is out there on Brandon Banks. We've seen Banks go deep a couple of times, and you see the impact that that has on the way that Tyndall chooses to play him. And now the adjustment you see from a receiver point of view. Again, you're making adjustments based on the coverage you see. You're going to run routes based on that. He's just going to hook it up. Easy first down.
First down Ticats from their 49-yard line. That pass out of the reach of Samad Chambers brings up second down. Hamilton is 4-4 on the road this year. 1-7 at home. What does June Jones have here? Do we just throw out the first 8 games and say they don't count?
Well, for June Jones, they don't. I mean, the fact is, it wasn't his team. He joined the team as a consultant for a couple of weeks before he became the head coach.
Second down, Mazzoli flushed out, heaves it back again, and this is almost intercepted by Taylor. Stepped in front of Saunders, and Taylor had nothing but field in front of him.
Yeah, good anticipation there by Taylor. We've talked about those throws that Mazzoli makes under pressure, where he puts a little bit of air on it. Nick Taylor's seen a few of those and recognizes he's got time to get there. A missed opportunity there, but nonetheless forces third down with the knockdown.
Allen back at his 35-yard line. Spencer, the lone man back to receive. Good kick by Allen. Spencer takes it from the 15. And here he comes again. Into a teammate, gets up to the 33-yard line. Stopped there by Jay Lang. An 18-yard return for Spencer. Coming at halftime, the GMC professional grade playbook with Henry Burris on the wonderfully quirky Rouge. A single point that's one of the many things that sets the Canadian Football League apart. Oh, Halloween's coming.
Tuesday.
We have no more kicking.
Injured player on the sidelines.
So we've talked about the Ottawa special teams, as you see in the bottom of that screen. Deontay Spencer now 186 return yards for him in this ball game.
Aaron Crawford is the injured Hamilton Ticat.
That's a long snapper. former St. Mary's Husky.
So Trevor Harris and the offense have the football here. 5:02 to go, down by 13. Let's rejoin Matthew Shinetti.
Gord, you mentioned it at the early start of the broadcast that now we're coming to where Trevor Harris is going to be the starting quarterback for the Redblacks in the playoffs. Now, Harris has played in late October and early November, but he's played under either Ricky Ray behind him or Henry Burris behind him. This is a different animal for Trevor Harris. He has to go ahead now and prove exactly what he has at the most critical time of the season. When you speak to offensive coordinator Jamie Elizondo, as we did before the game, the one thing Elizondo says is the thing that sets the really good quarterbacks apart is how efficient they are with their blind side. With the pressure is coming, how do they evade that pressure? How do they step into the pocket? How do they step into their throws? Henry Burris could do it so well. The other thing Elizondo does is he watches Trevor Harris constantly before games, reads every little thing that Harris does so he can set his plays. And one thing he says, I like the way Trevor looks just before we're heading into the playoffs, guys.
Pass for Spencer, and Deontay Spencer hammered down by his former teammate Abdul Kanay.
Juggled football allows Kanay an extra split second to get there. Make the play on the receiver.
Should say former Ottawa Grey Cup champion. Spencer wasn't here for that. Kanay wearing his Grey Cup ring this week. Ottawa 0 for 7 on second down so far. Harris over the top for Spencer. Some contact down the field. Spencer wants a flag. There is none coming. As back on the coverage was Cariel Brooks.
And it looked to me as if Brooks impeded Spencer's forward progress here.
Rick Campbell having a look.
Keeping an eye on Deontay Spencer as he hits the 30-yard line there. Watch as Spencer tries to cut in.
He's going to challenge this.
Yeah, Brooks gets an arm and reaches with an arm in front of him.
So Campbell's going to throw the challenge flag and ask for pass interference here.
Ottawa is challenging the previous play for defensive pass interference on their number 85. This will be reviewed.
It's a big play here. 4:15 to go. Would set Ottawa up in Hamilton territory. The foul occurred down around the 45-yard line.
And here you'll get a look right at the tail end. Spencer's trying to work inside to get to the ball. Brooks came across with that right arm to kind of box him out. It's a matchup at the bottom of your screen.
You say pass interference? Is that your call?
I do. Yeah, I think that my first impression was that Brooks initiated some contact there.
All right, Al Bradbury with the call.
Brooks quickly getting some attention on the sideline while we await that.
After review, defensive pass interference. Hamilton, number 26. The ball will be spotted at the 50-yard line. Automatic first down.
We'll put it at the 50. First down Ottawa from there with 4:15 to go in the first half. Brooks called for pass interference. Ottawa now 9 for 17 on challenges this year.
I'd say the best things that have happened for Ottawa so far in this football game have come out of reviews. Of course, a Don Unumbo interception.
That was an automatic review on a turnover.
Turned into an incomplete pass. Great play by Greg Ellison, by the way, to turn that into an incompletion.
On first down, Harris has time, swings it out. Spencer the catch and room to run. And Deontay Spencer tracked down there by Dante Blackman, but gets 10, close to a first down. Might be inches short.
Well, the guy who's been your best weapon so far in this ball game primarily through the return game. It's Deontay Spencer. Let's put the ball in this guy's hands.
It'll be 2nd and inches for Ottawa. And Harris, who dives ahead, has the first down. And Trevor Harris was shaken up there on that play. And this would be catastrophic news for Ottawa. The right wrist of Trevor Harris.
And we have so rarely seen Trevor Harris in short yardage situations.
Driven back there by Courtney Stephen, the safety, and right away you could see Harris react. Injured his shoulder against the Ticats earlier this season.
As he's in traffic, it's tough to say exactly when that wrist was first hit.
And Harris is hot as he makes his way off the field.
This will bring Drew Tate into the ball game. Harris will be out for at least 3 plays, and the Redblacks certainly hoping that's all.
The frustration of Trevor Harris evident here. So Courtney Stephen rips the ball out. It's first down Ottawa at the Hamilton 39-yard line with Drew Tate at the control. Swings it out and finds Jerron Kreiner, and Kreiner up the sidelines. Still going. Touchdown. A 40-yard touchdown. Drew Tate's first pass of the game. Taken up the sidelines by Kreiner.
Nice execution by Tate, whose timing had to be right on. Does that happen in a hurry? But this is just a terrific play by Jerron Kreiner.
And stays in bounds.
Yeah, making people miss, staying in bounds, fighting off tackles.
Kreiner's 2nd touchdown catch of the year. He missed 12 this year to injury. And so now Ottawa will go for 2, down 19-12. A 5-play, 77-yard drive that sees Ottawa's starting quarterback get injured. But Drew Tate comes on, finds Kreiner, and Kreiner finds the end zone. 19-14 on Friday Night Football.
I'm Dave Freeman, president of The Brick. I have over 5,500 team members working with me across Canada, and we all have one obsession: saving you more.
That's why Dave has gotten back to the presidents of all the best brands and secured special president sale pricing for a very limited time. Saturday and Sunday only. Get 75% off sofas when you buy the matching love seat or chair. Up to 35% off bedroom packages and up to 30% off dining packages. The president's sale, where you'll get the best prices of the year this weekend only.
The Brick, saving you more.
The Bell Network is now up to 2 times faster, so you can get your likes up to 2 times faster. Or download something you love up to 2 times faster. You can get the latest score up to 2 times faster, or even set a new one up to 2 times faster. Canada's best national network is now up to 2 times faster.
Sometimes things can be a little unclear, but your insurance shouldn't be. Switch to Insurance Made Clear.
Oh, I'll be there for you.
say for yourself? Anything at all? Not so funny, is it? When you're the face in the chair, is it? Huh? You want to be a fit? How about you? What are you laughing about? So I'm a little bit late, and you got to be hitting my face? What's that all about? You're lucky if he's even here at halftime.
Ron Kreiner with a smile. Takes the pass from Drew Tink, goes up the sidelines, and Ottawa's back in this football game down by 5. And also eyes on the sidelines further down the bench for Ottawa on quarterback Trevor Harris. Junior Collins takes the kick off from the 10-yard line. Collins brought down quickly by Keelan Johnson on the special teams tackle. Let's go back to the sidelines and Matthew Shinetti.
Okay, guys, well, Trevor Harris is putting his shoulder pads back on. The medical staff looked first at his wrist and up into his shoulder, took his pads off. Remember now, a few weeks ago, Trevor Harris tore 3 ligaments in his shoulder, and now it's had to heal. No procedures were done. He was just training and trying to strengthen it, and he's going to try to throw right now.
Matthew just said, I'm all right. Wow. Now the Ticats, first down for the 25, Mazzoli, 1 hop sack.
And you feel that tide turning here at TD Place Stadium. All Ticats for the first 15 minutes plus.
I would venture to say that's the last time we'll see Trevor Harris on short yardage tonight.
Yeah, pretty safe bet. Unfamiliar territory for him this season. That's been the domain of Ryan Lindley.
Second down, Ticats. Mazzoli up and throwing for Tasker. He's got it. But he's brought down quickly as Winston Rose makes the tackle. And finally the Ticats are turned away and will have to punt.
Yeah, quick hitter here, but the Ottawa defense now seems to have their feet underneath them.
Second 2 and out for the Ticats, who lead the CFL in that department again. A lot of those racked up in that opening start. And Spencer is back at his 40-yard line. Tumbling kick. Spencer at the 50. Crosses midfield. And gets down to the Hamilton 50. A flag comes down late. And Trevor Harris is going to come on at quarterback for Ottawa. A couple of warm-up tosses on his way on. We'll see what the flag's about.
During the return, illegal participation, Ottawa, number 25, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Brendan Galander's helmet came off.
Yeah, you've got to the best of your ability, stop being involved in the play if you lose your helmet. Brendan Galanders, however, continues on and throws a block. I think as much as anything, he's just saying, I'm in traffic, I'm just trying to protect myself.
So Ottawa will start at its 49-yard line with Harris at the controls. And right away, he's up and throwing. Has a man over the top. Hardy, he can't quite hang on. No issues there.
Oh, that shoulder looking just fine. We saw the warm-up tosses on the sidelines. Harris didn't seem to be even in any discomfort. May have just tweaked something a little bit the wrong way, but got the pain to settle down. Great effort there from Jake Hardy, just unable to haul that one in.
Adrian Tracy, early movement there. Bring up 2nd and 5 now for Ottawa.
Offside, Hamilton, number 5, 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
Tracy in his 3rd year out of William and Mary, the school that gave us Mike Pinball Clemens, among others. 6 receivers set. Harris throws. And the pass caught by Jerron Kreiner. Kreiner's got a first down in Hamilton territory at the 48-yard line. The Galanders penalty was costly for Ottawa in that it took some time off the clock to get back to where they were on that punt return by Spencer.
Grand scheme of things, given their field position. Plenty of time here for Trevor Harris and the offense to go to work.
On first down, play fake to Powell. Harris throws and the pass is caught. Greg Ellingson gets down to the 32-yard line, marking the 33 of first down for Ottawa. The gain is 16.
Watch the way the play action freezes that front, gets Adrian Tracy sucked in. Nobody in contain on that outside, allows Trevor Harris to set up and throw.
Ellingson closing in on both the single-season records for receptions and yards for Ottawa, going back to the Rough Rider days. Harris finds him again. Another first down to the 22-yard line, and the gain is 11.
Amazing the way this game has turned in the second quarter.
Ellingson now 1 catch away from tying the franchise record for catches in a season. First down from the 22-yard line. Toss to Powell. Cuts back, and Powell's got some room to run. Gets away from Laurent. William Powell runs about 30 to get 10. Mark him down at the 14-yard line, a yard short of an Ottawa first down.
Yes. Taking the scenic route to get to 2nd and 1. William Powell with a couple of great moves. A highlight reel 9-yard run.
2nd and 1 from the 14. Harris lines up under center again. Quick throw for Spencer. And Spencer lost the football. Picked up by Dean. Stripped by Don Anumba. And Dean still going. Finally tackled by Ellingson. The ball comes out again. And they blow that play dead. Deontay Spencer going one-on-one with Don Anumba. The ball comes out. And a big turnover forced by the Hamilton defense.
But watch from the time Deontay Spencer catches the football, how he's carrying it. Away from his body, doesn't have it tucked in. It's just when he goes to make that shift, never really had that ball securely protected.
Like a loaf of bread.
Yeah, not up against the body. Numba able to get a piece of it and create this turnover.
So Don Anumba's had a big first half for Hamilton. There's Banks. Makes the catch in front of Corey Tyndall.
It's a breeze, man. I knew something was up. I just told you.
And a first down for Hamilton at its 50-yard line. 22 seconds remaining here in the first half, and a chance for the Ticats to get some more points.
Doggy Number, the man of the moment, snuffing out that Ottawa drive as they were looking to take a somewhat unexpected lead before the end of the first half.
Masoli has time, has Banks, but the pass is over his head. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Good pressure there from the Ottawa front. Led to the overthrow by Jeremiah Masoli.
Masoli 19 of 28 last week against Montreal for a couple of touchdowns. Hamilton 4 for 9 on 2nd down so far tonight. 17 seconds to go in the first half. Masoli fires. Banks has it. It's down to the Ottawa 51.5-yard line with 12 seconds to go. He'll be just shy of a first down.
Almost 2 yards to go here. Ticats are going to keep their offense out, which I think is a reasonable gamble. 12 seconds left in the half.
Mazzoli stands in, throws for Tasker, and Tasker with a flag down. Gets down to the 39-yard line. There's 5 seconds left on the clock. We'll see what the flag is about. It was thrown deep in the defensive backfield. There's another flag on the far side of the field.
Well, both sides are pointing and marching.
Two fouls on the play.
The video official has picked up the flag for offside Hamilton. But what we do have is illegal contact, Ottawa number 28. There's a 10-yard penalty, first down.
So, no offside on Tasker, illegal contact on Tyndall. So the ball goes down to the 39-yard line. And now Hamilton can try a field goal.
Now watch Corey Tyndall at the bottom of your screen. This is a tough way to get called for illegal contact. He's kind of holding his ground at 5 yards. Chambers, to me, initiated that all the way.
Rick Campbell has used his challenge. So now a 46-yard field goal try for Kenny Allen. Make it 47. He's yet to miss since taking over for Sergio Castillo. The hold. Allen puts it up. It's wide to the right. Spencer's going to bring it out. And Deontay Spencer's got some room to run. Finally, it's thrown down. And once again, the special teams tackle is made by Jay Langa. And the first half comes to an end. A wild one that saw Hamilton burst out of the gate. Ottawa come back later, almost lose its quarterback, and then survive a late push from the Ticats. Coming up, 5 at the half with your host, Rod Smith.
In the flash court, thank you. Yes, everybody's here. The fatheads have been retired, so I won't call them fatheads then, because here they are, the real thing. Jock Lundy, welcome. Well, thank you. I appreciate the patience and letting me get here and in my chair. I know, you got a couple of jobs to worry about. Okay, Milt Siegel, too. Hamilton Tiger Cats, and we had talked about this in your absence. You can't sleep on this team anymore. No. I mean, Ottawa couldn't presume a victory, even though they need one to preserve a shot at first place. Ticats making it awfully tough on them.
Yeah, they do. And it's tough because they have a group of receivers. And over the last 10 years, you've seen most teams, not just on the professional level, but period, go to the big receivers, but not so much for these Tiger Cats. They like them small. You start off with Luke Tasker, the giant of the crew at 5'11". He's over 1,000 yards for the season. Then you go to Jalen Saunders, 5'9" in his first year. And then Brandon Banks, 5'7". The bad thing is, if I'm correct, Luke Tasker and Brandon Banks both are free agents. They have to find a way to sign those guys back. Like I say, Saunders, this is his first year, but Jeremiah Mazzoli has such chemistry with these guys. They can't allow these guys to go anywhere else if they want to continue this momentum that they gathered at the end of this year.
That's a good receiving core, and Saunders is actually, he's a guy that I've been watching, and I've been hearing really good things about his future and his prospects. For Ottawa, this is a game that means a lot to them, and they're playing like a team that's coming off a bye. by and are rusty. You know, the kind of mistakes that they're making. This is all. This is 3rd and 1. You got to get this. A turnover in this situation that really hurt them. And then I like the aggressiveness here, but you got to execute. I mean, this drop's inexcusable. And you know what? Harris hasn't been himself. Well, actually, he's been much better since he hurt his shoulder. We'll talk about that in a minute. But you know, the miscues, the mistakes. These are the sorts of mistakes that you make when you don't play a lot of football. And they've been off. They'll be off next week when they get into the playoffs. They have to shake this rust off. But Harris, I mean, here's a guy who was under 50%. Then he gets hurt. Looks like his season is over the way he's carrying on as he goes off the side. He's up and throwing, and he's back in and playing the best football of his game.
You said he was crying like a little baby, Jock. That's what you said when the cameras were. He's crying like a little baby.
That was just the face of Jock that said that.
It's off air, Milt. It's supposed to stay between us.
I'm just trying to think of another case where a Redblacks quarterback looked badly hurt, wouldn't play, then came on and looked
I can't remember who did that.
When did that happen?
Was that maybe, great.
Maybe a year ago. Hey, Duron Carter from corner back to receiver tonight against Darian Durant making his return to Saskatchewan. We'll talk about it.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Kijiji. Download the Kijiji app and score big on your next deal.
Our rum.
CFL Grade and Grey Cup champion Henry Burris with the GMC Professional Grade Playbook.
Martell puts it into the end zone. McDuffie going to try and come out. He won't. 1 point, Rough Rider lead.
The Canadian Football League has done a remarkable job of keeping its integrity. Certain rules to the game have been maintained for a long time. For a person who isn't familiar with the CFL, the rule that's hardest to understand is the rouge or the single. A single occurs in one of two ways, either on a kick into the end zone or on a missed field goal, and neither of them are returned onto the field of play. On a kickoff, however, if the ball isn't touched or goes out the back of the end zone, no point is awarded. Some view this as rewarding a team even though they failed to convert the field goal. But the upside is it starts pure excitement. With such electric returners in the league, if a kicker misses, good luck to the offensive linemen who have to chase down a fast and shifty return man. Well, in this particular case, with Saskatchewan down by 1 point to Montreal, the attempted winning kick was missed. And instead of giving up the single point for a tie, the returner must return the ball onto the field of play to seal the victory. And last week we witnessed something that rarely happens each season, a kickback. We will flash back to the dramatic ending later tonight during the Alouettes Rough Rider game.
Alouette debut for Darian Durant, who doesn't have to wait long to face his old team.
Durant's not the only big story here tonight. Carter returns to Montreal.
Hey, who are you? Didn't we catch you? Didn't we catch you?
Glenn with pressure steps aside and through the hands of Duron Carter, who has had a tough night. Here comes pressure, picked up into the end zone. Jackson, touchdown, ball up, and he's missed. And Darian Durant and the Alouettes get to celebrate.
Oh, a sweet memory for Darian Durant in a season that hasn't had many good memories. Durant returning to Saskatchewan, and that is part two of our doubleheader. And Duron Carter has gone from defense back to offense in this game. So a couple of big storylines in this one, guys. Durant was just, well, he was certainly celebrating that victory in week one. But Duron Carter, though, it was amazing last week in the secondary, but back in offense in this.
Yeah, two storylines in this game. Duron Carter, yeah, he's been a big story. And love what this guy can do on the field and his athleticism. Not as impressed with what he's doing off the field, fighting with teammates and the like, but I love watching that guy play football. Darian Durant coming back to town doesn't seem like much of a story because he's had such a bad year. I wanted him to come back and have look at Chris Jones in the face and say, see what you gave up. You can't do that. Chris Jones, unfortunately, his decision was justified.
Well, Darian, you talk about Darian, and I'll get to Duran, but Darren, he's coming back, and he's looking to get that one last victory against Chris Jones. It has nothing to do with the fans, the players.
Season's forgotten.
It's all about Chris Jones. I just want to get one more victory against you. Duran Carter, special player, like you said, special player. And I talked to him last night, and I know you think he's a bad guy. He's a great guy, very respectable.
No, he's a good guy.
We don't know all the ins and outs about what's going on. We don't know all the ins and outs.
He's had a fist fight.
And I know the common denominator is always
two fist fights in 2 years.
But we don't know everything about. Would you take him on your team?
No.
Jock.
By the way, sponsor here. That was another edition of Ruffles. Crunch
time.
Talk about crunch time. It was at the end of the half, and you can see Deontay Spencer very slow after hit hard by Jay Langa. We'll be back.
Hey Canada, check this out. More cities and more restaurants now offer food delivery, exclusively through skipdishes.com or the Skip the Dishes app. Choose from hundreds of local restaurants or national chains. Just place your order with Skip the Dishes. Then watch live GPS so you'll know exactly when your food arrives. Skip the Dishes is easy, convenient, and free to use.
Find out if Skip the Dishes is available in your area. Go to skipthedishes.com today. Get $7 off your first delivery with promo code DELIVERY.
Who says I shouldn't have a soda every day? Well, my doctor, my dentist, definitely my wife. Hey, wait, we have better bubbles.
Turn tap water into fresh, sparkling water at the touch of a button. SodaStream. Love your water.
This is not a cloud. This is a tomato tracked from farm to table on a blockchain, helping keep shoppers safe. This is a financial transaction secure from hacks and threats others can't see. This is a skyscraper whose elevators use IoT data and AI to help thousands get to work safely and efficiently. This is not the cloud you know. This is the IBM Cloud. The IBM Cloud is the cloud for enterprise. Yours.
The mind is an amazing thing. It can make us love and hate, mindless and mindful. It gives us the power of logic and the gift of irrationality. A mind that's mastered its art can go beyond convention to create a new craft beer, just to season the casks that finish a truly outstanding whiskey. The experimental series from Glenfiddich on Learn Whiskey.
Whether it's new business, new boss, or new romance, these are the designer moments.
Now through Sunday at Moore's, select designer suits are $299.99. Plus buy one, get one free on select items.
Tailored for Canada. Tailored for you.
With bold, striking lines, meticulous craftsmanship, and the latest in cutting-edge technology.
You ready? You ready?
Introducing.
You up?
Yeah. Is there towels in here?
No.
Only 4 more hours to go.
Only 4 more hours, huh?
The all-new Rio. It's everything you didn't expect and so much more.
3 touchdowns so far for every TD scored today and all season long. Safeway and Sobeys are proud to donate $250 to Special Olympics Canada. At the half, it's the Ticats leading by 5. Here's Milton with the stats.
Well, Trev Harris didn't start off too strong, but he finished up that second quarter pretty strong. They have to get a running game going. And how about Jeremiah Mazzoli once again having a great game? And Brandon Money Banks, only 14 yards away before becoming the 5th player to have 500 straight 100 receiving yard games.
Well, here's Ticats linebacker Simone Lawrence with Matthew Shinetti.
Simone, I know we're getting to a time of year that you're not familiar with, not being in the playoffs this season, but how much do you like the way your team has responded to that and is trying to build the winning culture again?
It's fun, you know, we're a resilient group. We've always been like that. We got a lot to play for, you know. A reporter asked me on the field, like, why you guys playing so hard? I'm like, my mama watch every game, so ain't nobody ever going to come out and play soft just because whatever the circumstances.
So how do you impress Mama in the second half?
Oh, man, Mama said she wanted an interception. Mama said, you've been hurt early in the season, I need an interception. But at the end of the day, I'm just trying to help my defensive team and help make plays.
Thanks, Mom.
Thank you, guys.
Got to do what Mama says. Redblacks don't want to see that happen, though. They need to get some momentum. And they're trailing by 5 in the second half is coming up here in the CFL on TSN Friday Night Football.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Kijiji. Download the Kijiji app and score big on your next deal.
Can you feel something without touching it? See something with your eyes closed? You can when it's designed for you, the driver. The new Mazda 3.
When you're sick, Buckley's mixture provides relief from. Here, take Buckley's for your toughest cough and congestion and feel that blast of menthol right away. Music to my ears. Buckley's original mixture. Tastes awful and it works.
We average a good
2-3 times a week?
4.
That's a slow week.
At least.
We've been experimenting a lot.
He likes Mexican, but the Italian was the best I've ever had.
With the Skip the Dishes app, we can get delivery from pretty much anywhere.
We order from our favorite Thai restaurant.
The pub across town. Best burger chains delivered.
With the GPS, I know exactly when my food arrives. The Italian's here!
Try skipthedishes.com. Enjoy $7 off your first delivery with promo code HUNGRY.
40 Creek's story didn't begin with a commercial. It began in a humbler place, where it built its reputation by word of mouth, from mouths that had tasted the complex Canadian whiskey. 40 Creek, from a good place.
This one?
The fairy one.
In a faraway land.
Moments, they bring us together, creating memories to cherish.
Sleep tight, pumpkin.
Good night, Grandpa.
Connect to the moments that matter wherever you live with ExploreNet. Chat, stream, browse, work on multiple devices all at the same time. Connect to what matters with ExploreNet, Canada's leading rural high-speed internet provider.
It's Friday night football! Yeah! Who's around here gonna put on a show? Come on!
19-14, Hamilton leads here after the opening half. An entertaining first half here in Ottawa. Head coach Rick Campbell talking with our Matthew Shinetti.
Rick, despite the turnover, how did you like the way your team ended the first half?
Yeah, I mean, we're battling back. It's going to be a tough game. It's close. It's a one-possession game. I told the guys, this is how it's going to be from here on out. The games are going to be close, and you gotta embrace it, and away we go with 30 minutes to go.
We did see Trevor get back in. Any concerns going in the second half?
No, he seems good. It has nothing to do with the injury that he had before, and he seems good to go.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.
It was a miserable start for Ottawa. 5 2-and-outs in the first half. Turnovers, fell behind. Hamilton drove the ball well, but here you are, down 5 after an entertaining opening 30 minutes to wait for.
Yeah, I mean, Ottawa has to be, given the way they started the ball game, as you touched on, they have to be very happy with where they're sitting right now.
Against a very good Hamilton team in the second half of this season.
Yeah, Hamilton came out of the gates on fire in this ball game. Ottawa weathered the storm largely due to the work of their special teams led by Brett Maher and Deontay Spencer.
Junior Collins takes the kick off at the 15-yard line, and Collins gets out to the 23. Tackled there by Ottawa's Brendan Galanders. So Hamilton with the football to start the second half. Jeremiah Mazzoli, 18 of 26 for a pair of touchdowns in the first half. His last 6 games now 10 touchdown passes, 1 interception.
Pretty impressive run now. As Hamilton hoping he rediscovers that first quarter form.
Right.
And once again, the Redblacks defense seemed to settle down after being rocked early. And they got after Mazzoli a bit.
Up and throwing on first down, looking for Banks, and the ball bounced around, picked off by Pruno. Antoine Pruno, the interception. Got cut down there by Saunders, but a quick turnover for Ottawa. And a first down to the Hamilton 42-yard line.
Well, this ball popped around like a pinball after it was first touched by Brandon Banks.
And Hamilton's challenging right away.
Let's have a look.
They don't need to challenge this. It's not necessary to challenge this because all turnovers are reviewed by the command center, and the ruling on the field was an interception.
And as you just saw, this ball very clearly took a bounce off the ground amidst all the other bounces.
So June Jones is having this explained to him that he doesn't have to challenge this.
After automatic review by the command center, the ball has hit the ground. We have an incomplete pass. Second down.
As you were.
For the second interception we've seen
negated,
overruled in this ball game.
By the way, Tasker and Banks both had 8 catches in the first half.
A remarkable output for those two guys.
So allowed incompletion. Second down, Hamilton from the 27. Flag comes down. Mazzoli throws. Sunders can't hang on. Can't squeeze it out across the 50-yard line. We'll see what the flag is about. It would be 3rd and 10 for Hamilton. The flag is against the Ticats. And so the Ticats will have to punt.
Procedure no end. Hamilton. Penalties decline. 3rd down.
By the way, Deontay Spencer was shaken up on the final play of the first half. Took a long time to get off the field. Is out there now, though. He didn't get to the locker room until halftime was about 6 minutes in.
Yeah, it was a pretty high-speed collision as he was bringing the ball out of the end zone on the missed field goal attempt at the end of the half. Collision with Jay Langa.
Good kick by Allen. Chases Spencer back to his 25-yard line. Spencer gets by the first wave, spun around, gets out to the 38-yard line. A 57-yard punt by Allen. And a return of 20 by Deontay Spencer, and Ottawa goes to work. His first possession of the second half. This was the first half for Ottawa.
Yeah, not a whole lot went right, particularly early on. Fake punt. Pass was dropped by Patrick Lavoie. Nick Taylor missing an opportunity at an interception. Pressing late with an opportunity to take the lead. Deontay Spencer had the fumble. The Redblacks looking to leave that opening 30 behind. Happy to be within 5 after the way they played.
From the Ottawa 38, Harris way out to Ellingson, and Greg Ellingson close to a first down at the 47-yard line. And that catch will tie him with Mark Lewis for the single-season franchise record for receptions. Mark Lewis did it back in 1987. Now 30 yards away from catching Gerald Alphin's single-season yardage record set back in 1989. And of course, with Brad Sinopoli out of lineup for the balance of the season, there'll be even more focus on Ellingson. Harris on 2nd and short. Swings it out, and the catch is made. And a first down gathered up easily by Ottawa's Deontay Spencer, a gain of 5.
Well, you knew coming into this season, as much as Ottawa has been a very balanced offense the previous couple of years, the 4-pack of 1,000-yard receivers, you sensed with Ernest Jackson and Chris Williams leaving, despite the fact that they had brought in some veteran guys and young guys like Josh Stangby and Jerron Kreiner would step up, you kind of knew that a little more of the load would fall to Ellingson and Sinopoli. And now, as you said, Sinopoli out of the lineup. Ellingson is front and center.
Powell, the first down carry, busting through. Courtney Stephen, the safety, makes a touchdown-saving tackle. The ball comes out, but they rule him down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 25 yards for William Powell.
A nice gash created here on the left side of that offensive line. Youngsters, Johnson and Silas there. Nice kick out there by the first rounder, Evan Johnson, former Husky from Saskatchewan.
On first down, the play fake to Powell, swinging up for Lavoie. Patrick Lavoie dives to the first down marker, and they'll put him out of bounds at the 22. That'll move the sticks.
Jamie Elizondo, we suggested in the first half as he was checking the playbook, looking for answers. I think he's certainly found some here. As Trevor Harris and the offense have hit their stride.
On first down, Harris with a pump fake, standing in, and he has dropped. The ball comes out. And it looks like Ottawa got it back. Jason Lazar-Seguin, the tackle, pounced of that loose ball. Knocked up by Adrian Tracy.
Yeah, Tracy, who's been so good. Second man in from the end in this alignment.
Ottawa had not allowed a sack in the last 2 games, Dwayne, and only 1 in its last 5. So the loss on the play is 6. Brings up 2nd and 16. 4-man rush. Harris throws, and the pass is caught by Spencer. Dances around inside the 15. He'll be about a yard short, it would appear, of an Ottawa first down. They'll mark him down just shy of the 13-yard line. And so third and a long yard for Ottawa now, and decision time for Rick Campbell.
Well, they're going to go for it.
Leave the offense in here.
Yeah, and I like the decision, given the field position and given the fact that you've been searching for some momentum, some traction throughout this ball game. Keep that offense on the field if you can.
Give it off to Powell. He got tripped up initially. Powell fights his way down. Should have it as he got down close to the 11-yard line.
William Powell demonstrates terrific balance here.
They mark him down at the 12. This will be closer than it should be, but it looks like he still has it.
We'll get the measurement right now. We saw that initial contact. It looked like Powell might go down.
They were stopped short in the third down play in the first half. I think he got it, though. By the second stripe of the football. So now a fresh set of downs for Ottawa at the Hamilton 12. Ottawa with a chance to take the lead for the first time in the football game. Here comes the blitz. Harris stands in, pass is caught and fighting for the end zone. Touchdown, Ellingson. A record-setting catch. He has the franchise single-seat record for receptions and the touchdown that puts Ottawa in front for the first time.
You talk about Greg Ellingson's importance. With that record-setting catch, everything he means to this offense. You know, I'm going to go back to the first half. When Greg Ellingson had what was underrated, one of the biggest plays for Ottawa in that first half. Don Unumba had intercepted the ball. Ellingson, who had gone down on the play, reaches up, knocks the ball loose quickly enough to cause it to be ruled an incompletion.
Now they go for 2, and Powell, did he get there? No indication from the official. And they're going to say he was knocked down short of the goal line. He got there. That ball.
It looked like he broke the front plane.
Now Ottawa can't challenge this. Ottawa has used its challenge previously. Scoring plays are reviewed, but that's not ruled a scoring play. They said he got stopped short.
The last play is automatically under review.
Oh, they will review.
Convert attempt.
Because of convert attempt, they will be automatically reviewed. 8-play, 72-yard drive. Ellingson takes over the league lead with his 12th touchdown of the year.
Just to finish that thought, as they look at this, Ellingson in the first half, when he broke up the interception by Unamba, keeping the ball in Ottawa's possession. That led to a field goal for them. I mean, in addition to this touchdown.
Have a look when Powell's knee.
Yeah, keep an eye on his knees, because his knees don't touch until that ball is across the front of the plane, in my opinion.
Still not down. Now it's down there, and the ball's across. I'm going to say with fairly strong certainty that this will be ruled a successful two-point conversion.
It should be.
So a long look from the command center.
After review by the command center, the ball carrier was able to break the line. A touchdown is scored, or two-point convert is scored.
So Powell does get in. And now a 22-19 lead for Ottawa. Greg Ellingson sets the single-season record for receptions and has his 12th touchdown of the year.
Introducing the Nokian Tires NFL Superfan Contest at Cal Tire. Buy a set of select top-rated Nokian tires and get $50 in instant savings and an official New Era NFL hat. And you'll be entered to win a trip for two to Super Bowl 52 in Minnesota. Only at Cal Tire until October 28th. No purchase necessary. See caltire.com/superfan for details.
40 Creek's story didn't begin with a commercial. It began in a humbler place, where it built its reputation by word of mouth, from mouths that had tasted the complex Canadian whiskey. 40 Creek, from a good place.
Experience the F-Pace for yourself at your Jaguar retailer.
Touchdown catches in 4 consecutive games now for Greg Ellingson. 12 on the year for the 28-year-old native of Tampa. Here in the Grey Cup City. Grey Cup champion last year, a huge part of Ottawa's late season and postseason surge.
He's found a great second life here from a football perspective in Ottawa.
Former Ticat, a couple of years there. Junior Collins from the 15-yard line. Collins gets his block set up, gets up to the 29-yard line. And a tackle made there by Ottawa's Nick Taylor. Ellingson the grab, the fight for the end zone. Ottawa with the lead.
I screwed up.
You need to stop carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders.
I want you to understand. I'll do anything to protect my family. I know you know what I'm talking about. So don't mess with me.
On the train, me and you listening to the rain, me and you sitting on the lawn, me and you just singing our song, just rhyme, to shine and to pass the time.
Right now, get up to 20% of MSRP cash purchase credit on select 2017 vehicles, like the GMC Sierra. See dealer for details.
Can you feel it? It's the start of a new season. It's the postseason. And it's coming to BMO Field for the first time. Toronto, It's time for all of us to pull together and support your Argos as we look to take the East. It's been a long road, but we've persevered. This is our moment. The playoffs start now. Tickets on sale at argonauts.ca. This is Argos football.
Good stuff, Rick. I will pay you $1,000 if you can block me one time one-on-one. Damn, Mondo. Get your fat ass up, boy. Hey, too, you gotta scoop it.
I hit that note.
Next installment of CFL Wired comes your way Wednesday on TSN2. Jeremiah Mazzoli pulls that out, and Mazzoli takes a shot at the end of that play. A flag comes down on the hit by Jonathan Rose, and right away pushing and shoving breaks out. So Rose with a shot in the quarterback, and the ball will move up the field. Jonathan Rose and Winston Rose, both defensive backs for Ottawa. And there's the contact with the helmet.
And that's exactly it. It's not so much about the fact that he went in for the hit when he was on his way down, as kind of looked like he targeted high, and that's what the officials see. Led with the helmet, hit the helmet.
And whether you meant to or not is irrelevant.
Exactly. Exactly. There are effectively no judgment calls being made in this situation in the Canadian Football League. It's black and white.
There are 2 penalties on this play. Major foul, unnecessary roughness, Ottawa, number 9. Objectionable conduct, Hamilton, number 15. At the end of the play, up 5 yards, automatic first down.
So Alex Green gets called for objectionable conduct at the end of that. The net gain is 5 for the Ticats, a first down at the Hamilton 38.
Presumably something said more so than done by Alex Green within that scrum.
First down, Ticats trailing for the first time in the football game. And Green on the carry is thrown down right away. Kevin Brown, the linebacker, in to help make the stop, along with Jonathan Newsom. Loss of a couple of the play. It'll be 2nd and 12.
And Hamilton, obviously a pass-heavy offense, but particularly pass-heavy down the stretch. In the first half, they had 14 straight passing plays to close out the first half. So every now and then, you may not get much out of it, taking a little bit of a loss there, but you do need the key breaker of running the football from time to time to keep the defense honest.
Mazzoli stands in, finds Tasker, and Tasker gets out to the 50-yard line and has a Hamilton first down.
Well, Luke Tasker did a nice job picking his way out of traffic after the catch here to find that first down marker. Looked like he was going to be stopped a couple of yards short.
Luke Tasker over 1,000 yards on the season with 112 tonight. Mazzoli throws, and the pass is caught by Banks. Brandon Banks reverses his tracks and gets away from Rose into Hamilton territory, or Ottawa territory rather, at the 49-yard line. A first down for the elusive Brandon Banks.
Yeah, nice job by Brandon Banks to create a little bit of space for himself after the catch. Again, you see Jonathan Rose this time respecting the speed of Brandon Banks, giving him that cushion. So Banks comes off the line hard. That's going to push the DB back and give him that big cushion to run the hook. And ultimately, it's that cushion that allowed him to pick up some yards after the catch as well.
Tasker and Banks have 9 catches each. Banks on the verge of 100 yards receiving for the 5th consecutive game. Green on the carry. Alex Green fighting for yards. Gets down to the 42-yard line for a gain of 7. Brandon Banks in the first half had a very productive opening 30 minutes.
Yeah, this has been the story of the last month for Brandon Banks. came into this game with 4 consecutive games of 100+ receiving yards.
Second down, Missouri look for Banks in deep, and Banks makes the catch. Touchdown! Beats 2 Ottawa defenders of the football, Pruno and Rose, and Banks has his second touchdown catch of the game.
What else I do? We eating on these boards. Yeah, motherfucker! Fucking go, boy! Fuck out here!
And that'll put him for 100 yards for the 5th consecutive game.
Well, yet another big play for Brandon Banks. Now at 139 receiving yards on the day. So as you said, Gord, 5th consecutive game of 100+ for Brandon Banks.
Last pair to that, Jamel Richardson for Montreal back in 2011. Banks, the catch. 2 Ottawa defenders can't contain him, and Hamilton is back on top.
Hi, I'm Darvin. I lost my foot in a lawnmower accident.
Come on, come on.
Today I'm teaming up with the BC Lions to tell kids to play safe.
Cool lion.
Thank you.
What does a lion do?
Run.
Jump. Tackle. Roar. All right, Darvin, show me your roar.
Whatever game you play, play safe. A message from the War Ants.
Dear Mr. Danoff, my wife and I are now participating in your mutual fund. We invested in your fund to help us pay for a college education for our son. We've enclosed a picture of our son so that you can get a sense there are real people out here trusting you with their hard-earned money. In closing, thank you for taking the time to read our letter. Respectfully, Robert and Allison Scott.
For the last 20 years, my job has been looking at ratios, profit margins, business plans, the latest news, poring over the tiniest details to find an edge, validation. I never thought I'd find it in a personal letter, but I did, and that's why I keep it on my door. It's a gentle reminder that at Fidelity, we don't just manage money, we manage people's money.
Brandon Banks has 7 touchdown catches on the year, 6 in the last 6 games. Here's Matthew Shinetti with more.
Yeah, and then he came off the field, Gord, looked right at me and said, Shinetti, I want you to tell them all, no one in the CFL can cover me, guys.
Okay, good to know. 6 plays, 82 yards, 252. It's amazing how productive he is. He is 5'7", 150 pounds. And until you see him, you don't believe it. He is 150 pounds. There's Deontay Spencer on the return. A flag comes down, and Spencer gets turned head over heels by Courtney Stevens, a 23-yard return. Let's go back to that touchdown catch by Banks, and 2 Ottawa players couldn't defend him.
Yeah, amazing effort by Banks. He's a single receiver out wide here on the numbers. Jonathan Rose has him manned up. Antoine Pruneau in the middle of the field with this long throw is going to be able to get over the top
return,
to help.
Holding Ottawa, number 41, half distance to goal, first down.
And the penalty on the return is a hold against Ottawa. Look at that.
Just dropped in there perfectly. Great concentration.
He's the last man standing.
Well, and you see with the speed of Banks, and trust me, Antoine Pruneau can run. But Pruneau wasn't able to get on an angle where he's helping over the top. He's effectively chasing.
A penalty costly for Ottawa now. Inside its 8-yard line, or inside its 10-yard line, first down at the 8. The first down carry goes to Powell, tripped up after a gain of 2 to the 10-yard line.
I wonder if that's one that Trevor Harris might have wanted to pull, rather than handing off to his running back with Adrian Tracy, the defensive end, crashing down. Harris had a chance to get around the outside. maybe throw that football.
Here comes the blitz. Harris stands in, finds Ellingson out to the 20-yard line. He'll have a first down for Ottawa, gain of 9. Ellingson continues to add to his single-season reception record, is closing in on Gerald Alford's single-season yardage record.
We talk all the time about how impressive it is when an offense is able to successfully execute a play that everyone knows is coming. And that seems to be the case throwing the ball to Greg Ellingson, particularly in a second down situation. You know he's going to be the guy, but they still get it done.
Sinopoli led the league in second down reception catches. Second down receptions, better for moving the sticks. And now he's out of the lineup, so the load really falls to Ellingson. And there's Spencer out to the 25-yard line for a gain of 5. So Sinopoli 41 second down receptions for first downs on the season, leads the league by a wide margin.
Another terrific season for the Ottawa receiver. Certainly one of the front runners to be the East Division nominee as most outstanding Canadian.
And a flag comes down. Hamilton indicating that Ottawa moved early.
Procedure. Ottawa, number 64. 5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
That's Evan Johnson, the 23-year-old first-round pick, a native of Regina who played for the Saskatchewan Huskies. And now second and call it 10. 4-man rush. Harris throws, and the pass is caught by Dominique Rhymes, and Rhymes has a first down to the 31-yard line. First catch of the game for Dominique Rhymes. Long way to go for Ottawa, which began at its own 8-yard line.
Well, picking the way, Rhymes. Nice route there for the conversion again. Comes off the line hard just to create a little bit of space.
Harris looking over the top. He's got Spencer, Deontay Spencer with the catch. And a touchdown saved by Carriel Brooks. But Spencer gets down to the 19-yard line for a gain of 60.
Deontay Spencer.
There's a flag on the play.
Spencer had his defender Brooks turned around as you saw him kind of weave on that route to get the defender's hips turned.
Everyone's moved down inside the 20, so the assumption is it's against Hamilton.
Objectionable conduct. Hamilton, number 5. Physical contact with an official.
Whoa.
At the end of the play, 10 yards, first down.
Adrian Tracy called for objectionable conduct.
Well, Tracy's had kind of an ongoing battle with Jason Lauzon-Séguin over the last several plays. The two of them have kind of been into it. He had words with an official. I don't know if it was suggesting something that Lauzon-Séguin had done, lobbying for a penalty, whatever the case was. But Tracy's frustration, you can kind of see it brewing down there over the last couple plays, and clearly became an issue at the end of that one.
So half the distance to the goal line, first and goal from the 10. This drive began at the Ottawa 8. On first down, Harris to the end zone, tipped and intercepted by Anumba. The ball tipped up in the air, Anumba picks it off in the end zone, and Ottawa is turned away. Trevor Harris picked by Anumba after Rhymes couldn't squeeze it, and Hamilton maintains its 4-point lead.
It was looking like another week of stellar dinners at the old Davis house. But today,
Thursday night ribs!
Grilled fresh to order. Swiss Chalet ribs bring the whole family together over dinner. Any day, any way. Dinner's ready at Swiss Chalet.
With the help of fans like you, Purolator and the CFL have delivered millions of pounds of food to those less fortunate. Yet, there's a need for so much more. Because this is how much food it takes to feed the hungry in Canada. For just one day. Visit PurelatorTackleHunger.com to learn more. Together, tackling hunger is a promise we can all deliver.
40 Creek's story didn't begin with a commercial. It began in a humbler place, where it built its reputation by word of mouth, from mouths that had tasted the complex Canadian whiskey. 40 Creek, from a good place.
Danya Numba records his second turnover of the night. Had a forced fumble on Deontay Spencer earlier and comes up with the interception here after that ball was deflected by the intended receiver, Dominique Grimes.
But, well, see the pick, but was Trevor Harris low by Ted Laurent?
See, he's looking for roughing the passer. Watch where Ted Laurent comes in. Harris thought it was a low hit, but you can, in hindsight, you see it. Kind of came up high and slid down. Came in at thigh level and slid down. Al Bradbury, the referee, in perfect position, and he called it right away, pointing to his thigh.
Number with his third interception of the year. Ticats take over their 25-yard line, leading 26-22. Time winding down here in the third quarter. And down goes Mazzoli. He is sacked by Ottawa's Kevin Brown, who's got his first sack of the year.
Watch for Kevin Brown coming from the defensive left. Just beats the block of the running back, Alex Green.
And the loss is 10 on the play. So a big defensive play here for Ottawa. There's Mark Nelson, their defensive coordinator. Mazzoli slings it out. The pass is caught by Shamad Chambers. And Chambers gets close to the original line of scrimmage. That's his first catch of the game. And Hamilton will be well short of a first down and forced to punt.
Yeah, not much to be had there. Good execution of that second and extra long defense by Ottawa. They'll sit back and let him catch that short one all day. And you see the cavalry come up to make the tackle.
Kenny Allen will punt it, and Deontay Spencer back to receive. He's had a huge night. 356 all-purpose yards for Spencer through 3 quarters tonight.
Yeah, he's been absolutely unbelievable. He's Ottawa's brightest spot in the first half.
Great kick by Allen. Spencer inside his 40-yard line. Up the sidelines he comes again. Spencer still going. Into Hamilton territory, forced out of bounds at the 49-yard line. A 24-yard return for Deontay Spencer. There is a flag down at the 45-yard line. So we'll see if that return comes back.
During the return, holding, Ottawa number 80. 10-yard penalty, first down.
So instead of being at the Hamilton 49, Ottawa will start at its own 29.
Keep an eye on that. Hold away from the return.
A 32-yard net penalty. Ottawa from its own 29-yard line. Harris holding the controls. Gives it off to Powell. Room to run for Powell. First down and more up to the 43. Brought down there by the middle linebacker, Larry Dean. And a gain of 15.
A nice burst here. The great little misdirection with their motion to widen things out. Alex Mateus getting the start at center. John Gott bumped over to right guard. Mateus doing a nice job up at second level.
First down Ottawa from the 43. Powell again. And this time, Dean tracks him down after a gain of 7 out to the 50-yard line. We've reached the end of the third quarter here in Ottawa. Back and forth they go. The Ticats with a 4-point lead, 26-22, heading for the fourth quarter on Friday Night Football on TSN.
The flags are waving. The supporters are jumping. It's Christian to Jack. It's spectacular. Skeeter, he's got another one. And it's a 5-star performance from the Whitecaps. An all-Cascadia clash with Seattle awaits.
They're the champs. I like knocking champs off perches.
Seattle Sounders, be ready, be prepared, because this team's for real.
How do you want to live? As a decent person? Good husband? Is that it? Good? Of course not. King of the Hill? Better. Top of your game? Win. All powerful. Like a boss. Like a pro. We couldn't agree more. We are professional grade.
Right now, get up to 20% of MSRP cash purchase credit on select 2017 vehicles, like the GMC Sierra. See dealer for details.
We are a league as diverse as a country. A league of Jacksons and Kwans, Eliminians and Messams, Moscas, Custuses, Sinopolis, Shigers, and Burrises. A league of Reeds, Reiches, O'Sheas, and Owusu-Ansas. A league where what makes each of us different makes all of us stronger.
Stats through 3 quarters of play have closed considerably after a wide edge for Hamilton in the early part of the football game. 4 turnovers by Ottawa. Big difference in this football game. One that they trail 26-22. Ford Miller back here with Dwayne Ford. The question for Ottawa is, after that late burst last year, is this the kind of team this year you think that could make noise in the playoffs?
Yeah, it certainly is. And I think especially when you look at a football playoff, that it's one game and anything can happen. But this is a team that has played so many close games this year that you realize that they're capable of competing with anybody. Ottawa's best is pretty good. It's just a matter of what you're going to get from game to game, as they still have struggled with consistency throughout the year.
And the temporary stands are in the east end zone. The west end zone will be installed later on to bring the seating capacity up to about 50,000 for the Grey Cup game, which will take place a month from yesterday. Here's Powell, the first down carry. Powell into Hamilton territory and gets down to about the 48-yard line. Supposed to be an outdoor hockey game here as well in December. It's a great place to watch a football game.
It really is. A great stadium, great atmosphere.
The area around it.
Yeah, great surrounding facilities. Done a terrific job bringing football back to the nation's capital.
First down for 48. Harris throws the pass caught by Kreiner. And Kreiner's got a first down to the 35-yard line. Kreiner with a touchdown catch in the opening half of this football game. And a new addition here in Ottawa is Kreiner at the sidelines. The 30th Field Artillery is taking up position in behind those stands. And that's a 105mm howitzer being discharged after Ottawa touchdowns.
Not bad.
Saw those fellows on the way in. As Powell got spun around and brought down by Tracy. We were somewhat disconcerted to note that the howitzer was pointed directly at our booth. But we are assured those are not live rounds that the 30th Field is discharging. Great to have them here today.
Most firepower this side of Deontay Spencer.
How about Spencer? Over 100 yards on returns, on punt returns, 100 yards on kickoff returns, and 100 yards receiving.
Yeah, terrific day for number 85.
Up there with the offense now. Harris stands in, throws over the top. Ellingson can't squeeze it. Another tip pass is picked off by the Ticats, and Ottawa is turned away. The 5th turnover of the football game by Ottawa, and Courtney Stevens has his 2nd pick of the year. Ellingson can't squeeze it. Ticats turn Ottawa away.
How do you show up?
All right, Olivia. Let's go.
Do you just bring it? Or do you bring it all?
Lucas, you gotta go.
3rd row like a pro.
Right now, get up to 20% of MSRP cash purchase credit on select 2017s and drive away like a pro. Visit a GMC dealer today.
We are professional grade. GMC.
This Wednesday, being bad
We're gonna do Christmas our way.
is better than ever.
I heard you and Daddy in the bedroom. Daddy and I were just playing a little fun grown-up game. You played the game 7 times. 6.5.
A Bad Mom's Christmas in theaters Wednesday.
It was looking like another week of stellar dinners at the old Davis house. But today...
Thursday night ribs! Grilled fresh to order. Swiss Chalet ribs bring the whole family together over dinner. Any day, any way. Dinner's ready at Swiss Chalet.
Well, Greg Ellingson. There's one he wishes he had back, a catch that number 82 normally makes off his hands into the hands of free safety Courtney Stevens. This is the 5th Ottawa turnover of the ball game.
And they have been in really bad spots.
Yeah, I mean, costly. That one, he makes that catch certainly within field goal range.
Now the catch by Saunders. Bruno brings him down at the 34-yard line.
You look at the other turnovers.
I love you. What's up, Mom? I love you. Happy birthday to me. Appreciate you bringing me into this world. What's up?
You had an interception in the end zone.
Well, it's hard to blame the quarterback for that, isn't it? I mean, it goes against his stat.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a perfectly thrown ball, but again, a ball that, particularly with Greg Ellingson, you expect him to make that catch.
Second and short. Mazzoli going over the top. He's got a man wide open. The pass is caught by Saunders. Down to the 40-yard line. Winston Rose there on the stop, but a 35-yard gain for Jalen Saunders.
Yeah, Jalen Saunders is going to join Luke Tasker in the Ticats 1,000-yard club here in his first CFL season. We saw that little stutter move to the inside, got Winston Rose to flip his hips the wrong way. Breaks an open space on the outside for the big gain.
Hamilton led 16-0 early in the football game. Fell behind, retaking the lead up 26-22 and driving here in the fourth quarter. Alex Green busts through. Here's Green with a big run. Fights his way down close to the 20-yard line. Bruno makes the stop, a gain of 19 yards for Alex Green.
Well, both teams here in the second half have done a nice job mixing in the ground game. This time it's Hamilton with Alex Green just right up the gut.
He had 6 carries for 12 yards prior to that. Running backs can be a forgotten element in June Jones' attack.
Well, you've got to remember the run in that run and shoot.
First down for the 21. Mazzoli stands in, throws, Banks has the catch. A first down, spun around and down to the 5-yard line. As the tackle was made by Jonathan Rose, but Banks, a gain of 16 yards, sets Hamilton up first and goal just outside the 5.
Well, Brandon Banks once again over 100 yards here, working into a little bit of traffic in the middle of the field. Jeremiah Masoli stands in. The pressure from Nick Taylor, a nice stab there.
Banks, 11 catches, 154 yards, and 2 touchdowns tonight.
What has become for Brandon Banks in recent weeks, just another day at the office. One of the CFL's performers of the week last week. Over 100 receiving plus a punt return TD.
First and goal. Here's Green trying the right side. Bruno getting there quickly, along with Sedarius Bryant. And thrown down for a loss of 2 on the play back at the 8.
And this is a nice job by Antoine Pruneau. He's got the blitz on from his safety position, but watch how he makes sure he gets the outside leverage here. He's not going to allow himself to be outflanked. Gets as deep as the football first, then wraps up and shuts that one down. He wasn't going to let Green use his speed and get to the outside.
Second and goal from the 8. Everybody up. Mazzoli back to the end zone. Tasker, touchdown! Winston Rose can only watch as Luke Tasker makes the touchdown catch for Hamilton.
The Ottawa Redblacks may be feeling like they're missing the veteran presence of a Jarrell Gavins on the back end.
The Owls pad their lead for viewers in TSN 1. If you want to watch the rest of this game, go over to TSN 4 because we'll take you now to the start of part 2 of the doubleheader at Mosaic and Regina. The return of Darian Durant with the Alouettes against the Saskatchewan Roughriders. The call from Chris Cuthbert and Glenn Suter.
Thank you, Rod. On the day old Mosaic was brought down, a former Rider hero returns to Saskatchewan. Darian Durant of the Alouettes tackle the Rough Riders at New Mosaic. A special evening as the 12-year Rider returned home to this reception moments ago.
Fans, as the Alouettes take the field, the Saskatchewan Roughriders ask you to join them in giving a warm welcome to a man who will always be part of Rider history.
Deserved standing ovation and some emotion from the returning hero.
127 starts for Darian Durant, 113 as the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Rider fans did it right. It was classy.
And we're underway as Taylor Russolino has kicked it off, and they're going to get him to re-kick it here. As I'm not sure play had been whistled in. Christian Jones and Greg Morris has dropped deep. Boris Beattie not available tonight, so the Alouettes with a new kicker. These two teams met back in the season opener. A one-point Alouette win on a missed field goal at the end of the game, and we saw a different kind of emotion that night from Darian Durant. Alouettes on a 9-game losing streak. The Rough Riders at 9-7. And it's Christian Jones on the return. And he'll bring it out beyond the 40. And still going before he is brought down around the 45-yard line. So good field position for the first start of the night for Kevin Glenn.
Start 207 for Kevin Glenn. He is 13-15 against Montreal. Played on a lot of teams, of course. 8-7 this year. And Kevin Glenn, and the winning formula for Saskatchewan has been of late. Start Kevin Glenn and go to Brandon Bridge if you need to go to the bullpen. And it's happened early a couple of times.
Yeah, 2 of the last 3 games for Glenn. Trent Richardson, the running back. And they start with a fly sweep to the flying Hawaiian, and Chad Owens brought down around the 49-yard line. Has 4 as we set the Rough Rider offense for you.
Well, last week against Calgary in the win in Calgary, Deron Carter started at corner. He'll be back on offense. May play a little corner tonight, but they're saying he's back on offense as a starter. We'll see more of Trent Richardson resting Cameron Marshall. And look at this matchup with Thaddeus Coleman up against the veteran in John Bowman.
Market close to the 50, so 2nd and 5. Glenn double pumps, throws complete. Caleb Hawley's got the catch, drilled by Greg Henderson, and they're going to mark it right near midfield. It's going to be within the length of a football of a first down.
34-year-old John Bowman is familiar.
First down, Saskatchewan.
He's familiar with playing against Glenn. Comes on an early stunt. Montreal sending some pressure and got there just a second after Glenn threw the football.
Those 2 guys well acquainted with each other.
Great play. I'm going to start the campaign right now for John Bowman to come back for another year.
Swing the ball to Chad Owens. And Owens got a couple of yards to the Alouette 48. Nick Boulay, the tackle. Here's the Alouettes on defense.
7 sacks this season. That leads the Montreal Alouettes for the 12-year veteran. All 12 years, of course, in Montreal. Kyrose Bear, 103 tackles. He leads the team in that regard. And in the secondary, 2 interceptions for Jonathan Mincy on the corner.
Devon Campbell, the former Rough Rider. If your campaign doesn't work, I'll start the campaign for John Bowman Hall of Fame. Okay. There's Bakari Grant, started the night, 31 away from his first 1,000-yard season, and he just cut that in half or so with, well, we'll call it 14 for Grant, and another first down as he gets a little closer.
Yeah, I mentioned that the winning formula for Saskatchewan has been to start with Kevin Glenn and then go to Brandon Bridge in 2 of the last 3 games, the Toronto game, the Calgary game. Both those games were on the road. Kevin Glenn has been playing very well, a lot better at home here at the new Mosaic Stadium.
Greg Morris checks into the game. Trent Richardson still the back, but they'll swing it to Morris. And Morris dropped around the 35-yard line. Kai Bear in the neighborhood, the 37-year-old middle linebacker. So a 2-back set for the Rough Riders there.
Tough season for Montreal. Some of these veterans, John Bowman, Kyrose Bear, no Chip Cox in the lineup tonight.
And Bowman getting attention as he went off after that play. So 2nd and 9 from the Montreal 35. They send pressure. It's for Bagg and overthrows the intended target. It'll be 3rd down. Devon Campbell there in coverage against the veteran Rob Bagg, and the field goal unit will come on for the Rough Riders.
It was the safety Brandon Dozier that was coming from the safety spot on a blitz, and it looked like Kevin Glenn just rushed that throw and overthrew Rob Bagg. Last week targeted 4 times and didn't have 1 catch.
So it's Krapina from the 43-yard line, 6 for 8 from beyond 40, and he's missed this to the right. Stefan Logan is going to bring it out. Gets 1 block, got a crease, but also a flag. And so he'll be brought down at the 30. But a flag will negate the return. We'll see Darian Durant for the first time in visiting colors on Saskatchewan turf when we come back to Mosaic.
It's the final days of the Nissan Redline Clear-Out. Clear-out pricing on virtually all remaining 2017s, like up to $5,000 standard rate finance cash on road, with available intelligent around view monitor to help you park like a pro. $4,500 on Murano, and up to $6,000 on Pathfinder with intelligent four-wheel drive, designed to automatically adapt to changing conditions. Or get 0% financing for 60 months on other select models. It's the final days of the Nissan Redline Clear-Out.
This football season, play $1 Million Touchdown to Win at Safeway and Sobeys in Western Canada. Swipe your Air Miles card for your chance to win. Every time a touchdown is scored, you could win a Lagostina 14-piece cookware set, a Hoover Quest 1000 robot vacuum, or $250 to shop at Safeway or Sobeys. We'll also be awarding fabulous trips to Mexico. Shop and play at Safeway and Sobeys.
Sometimes things can be a little unclear, but your insurance shouldn't be. Switch to Insurance Made Clear.
At Ramada, say hello to a whole new way to feel welcome. And to global destinations where everyone goes the extra mile. Say hello to Red. Save $10 a night. Just stay 2 or more nights. Book now at ramada.ca.
Well, he was at the controls of the greatest moment in Saskatchewan Rough Rider history. I really think it was a 2013 Grey Cup Championship against Hamilton at the old Mosaic Stadium that just went down. The final grandstands collapsed earlier this afternoon. Greatest moment in Rider history, no question. Alouettes start at their 3 after an illegal block penalty. Durant going deep, incomplete. Trying to make a connection with B.J. Cunningham. If George Reed says it's the greatest moment in Saskatchewan Rough Rider history, we're not going to argue.
Absolutely, and I agree too. And, you know, I know there's been debate about the '89 game, and that was an exciting football game, but the greatest moment in Rider history in my mind is that 2013 playoff run by Durant, culminating in the Grey Cup Championship at home.
For 2nd and 10. Ball at the 2. 4-man rush. Durant stands in. And he's got Nick Lewis. And Lewis, who might be playing in his final Canadian Football League game tonight, has the catch. Does he have enough for a first down? Enoch Mwamba, the tackle.
You know, a good season for Nick Lewis. Starts to the left of your screen, crossing route. Goes to the second hole in the zone defense and makes his 71st catch of the campaign.
Catch number 1,049, and it's going to require a measurement. Not sure if he'll play next week. Not sure if this is it for Nick Lewis, but it's pointing that way, and it's going to be 3rd down in inches, and they're going to stay on the field.
It all started back in 2004 for Nick Lewis.
Here's a question for you. If they were still in the playoff hunt, do you go 3rd and inches from the 12-yard line? They're 20 of 21 on 3rd and short, and another former Rough Rider into the game at quarterback. It's Drew Willie calling the signals. And off the left side, didn't need much, didn't get much. Looked like he headed west instead of north.
He headed west, got a little push with forward progress, and then got pushed back. It depends on the spot.
Rough Rider defense coming off the field. They think they've got to stop, and the chains are coming back. Following Sean Jamieson, a rookie playing guard. In fact, there are 4 different former starters out, and they have turned it over on downs. Doesn't look like he got more than an inch or two.
Got to be decisive on the quarterback sneak right in behind. You either follow your center. If you're going to go sideways, it's always a risk that that penetration from the defensive line is going to stop that play, and that's exactly how the Rider defense gets the stop.
Jeff Knox Jr. makes the play in. Rough Riders offense comes onto the field, 1st and 10 at the Alouette 12-yard line. John Bowman back in the game, double tight end formation. Handed off again. Owens with a cutback. Chad Owens scrambling down inside the 5.
That's a gift for the Rider offense to get that stop on defense on downs and get the ball on the doorstep. Vernon Adams, the quarterback, running that option series. This time it's the gift to Chad Owens, but he has the option to ride it with Chad Owens, pull the football, and take it himself.
Kevin Glenn checks back in. Of the 30 points last week the Rough Riders scored in Calgary, none were scored with either Kevin Glenn or Brandon Bridge at quarterback. Here's Richardson inside. Trent Richardson trying to pull his way in, and he'll get stopped. And Brandon Stewart moved up from his secondary position.
You know, Brent Richardson's going to get the football, and he has improved, slowly improved throughout his 3 starts or his 3 games as a Saskatchewan Rough Rider. But yesterday in our sit-downs with Chris Jones, he talked about Trent Richardson seeing the ball a lot more tonight, see what he can do. Bigger sample size, but he's got to stop dancing in the hole. He's got to hit those holes hard like he did back at Alabama or in the NFL.
Dozier helped prevent the touchdown, but it's 1st and goal from the 1. Richardson again.
There you go.
Touchdown.
There you go.
Pulled his way in that time over Boulay for his first Canadian Football League touchdown.
And there is the difference. There is the difference. It may be a small, subtle thing, but Jones said yesterday, don't dance in the hole. Lower your pad level, hit it, and if you get hit in the hole, drive your legs. If you don't, you're going to have a big gain. This time, on the 2nd try, Richardson drops the pad level and drives himself across the goal line. In bed, Chris Jones went right up to him and said, that's what we're talking about.
Play. Major foul. Unnecessary roughness. Saskatchewan, number 68. 15 yards we applied on a kickoff. Result of the play is a touchdown.
So penalty against the right tackle, Thaddeus Coleman.
Nice job, Trent. Hey, boy.
Pinion looking for the convert. After the miss in the 43-yard field goal, still perfect on converts this year. And a flag on the convert as well. Looks like preliminary indication offside Montreal.
Offside, Montreal, number 32. The convert is good. 5 yards to be applied on the kickoff.
So Tavon Campbell offside. Trent Richardson into the end zone. First score of the game goes